All right, good morning, everyone. We are D&D Breakfast Club, a group of friends from Minnesota that get together every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time to play some Dungeons & Dragons. We are here to chronicle our journey and hope you all enjoy your stay. It's a live play stream, but we won't be interacting with the chat. If you have any questions about the campaign or any questions at all, I'm going to get to them during the break or afterwards. This is going to be session 2 of a campaign titled Mad Magnus Monroe. Why don't we do a recap of last game, and I'm going to start round robin. We'll start with Josh. You can recap this time.
Okay, so let's see. We started off at the temple. We got tasked with heading out to find a king someplace in the southwest. What was the town's name again? Riverstorm. And trying to get him to send troops back to fortify the towns that are just west of the wall, because the fear is that when the snow melts, Mad Magnus Monroe will come back and slaughter all men, women, and children over there. So we're on our way there with this crazy old trapper... Hank. Yeah, the crusty guy in the picture we just talked about. We got waylaid by some horse thieves who were trying to steal our horses. And we're mid-combat with them right now.
You are, aren't you?
Yep. At least I am. I think everybody else is backed by the caravan. I'm off in the woods myself, because that was a wise move.
Truly wise.
That's right.
At least you leveled up right during combat.
It's not horrible.
Probably going to help you a little.
I hope so. I can now smite.
You just doubled your levels.
That's true, yeah. I increased my power by 100%.
It's heavy.
Smite the fuck out of this dude.
Well, let's start there.
Okay.
You just fell off your horse.
Almost died.
The creature with the red face and the wide flat nose and the black hair tied back in a bun. The hair is now like shaking wildly and wet, and it's coming out of its bun. It's starting to flail around. It jumps out of the way as the horse comes down. It has its sword drawn, ready to strike again.
Okay.
It is your turn, though. You fell on your ass, but you didn't hurt yourself, and you fell away from the horse. You're now on the ground in the snow. It's difficult terrain.
Am I close to this dude?
Oh yeah, he's not
right
running.
On me? Nice. I'm gonna stand up, smash him to the ground with my shield, hopefully, and then fucking hit him.
All right. So the smashing to the ground with your shield, is that an attack action?
It's if I... let me look it up. It's if I use the attack action. Then I can use a bonus action to shove with my shield, but one of the shoves I can do is to push him down. Prone. So, take a look at Shield Master, because that'll tell me what's going on here. Boop, boop, boop. Spirit. This is the first time I've ever used this, so...
Shield Smash?
Shield Master, yeah. Take attack action on your turn. You can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature within 5 feet of you with your shield. So how do you shove someone? What are shoving rules?
It also sounds like you have to do it after the attack.
You don't. I've checked it out.
Here.
You just have to be committed to it, but you can put your other action first.
Does it mean you shove him prone?
Yeah.
And we're right to the book right away.
5e shove prone. Rules about shoving a creature.
Attacks.
Well, I make an athletics check contested by their athletics or dexterity acrobatics check. So, I'm ready.
Alright, so you make your athletics check first. You use your bonus action.
Yep.
Smite is not a bonus action?
Nope, smite's a free action.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So I'm gonna smash him to the ground, pow!
And
unless I want to use
roll your athletics.
a wrathful smite or one of the smite spells is a bonus action.
Okay.
But my paladin smite's not. Okay, so here we go. I roll abysmally. I roll a 9. I tap him. I love tapping with the shield. I'm like, Teek, hey buddy.
You're not sure yet. We'll see what happens.
Is that 9 plus?
No, this is 9.
That's a total of 9.
Total?
Yeah, it's not good.
Oof.
That
Succeeds.
is enough.
All right. So I smash him prone. Pow! And then
So you take your shield. What kind of shield do you hold? I don't think we've...
I figured it's one of those ones that looks kind of like a triangle, where it's like the wide front that tapers down at the bottom.
Okay.
And
does it have any symbols on it?
Yeah, on the front of the shield, I have like a splash of red, and then against the red splash in the shield, I have like a black upraised fist.
Okay.
It's the sign of the
The
unfaithful.
splash of red, is that actually blood or paint?
I don't know. Probably paint, because blood wouldn't stay red. Blood would get dark and flake off. So paint.
Is it worn any?
I mean, I'm sure it's worn and beat up, yeah. My characters seem like lots of battle.
Cool.
Backstory-wise.
All right, so you smash him down.
Bow. And then I'm going to, with advantage, hack at him. Oof. Oh, man. That wasn't good. So 11 was the best roll that I had.
11 damage?
No, 11 to hit.
11 to hit?
I'm not doing it.
That is not enough to hit.
I know.
Okay.
So like, bam,
I know.
I fish around to strike him and don't hit him. What's up?
After advantage.
I know, isn't that horrible? I rolled what did I roll? 6 and a 2.
Well, in turn, he is going to use half his movement to stand up. He says something that you don't really understand. It's like, you speak Goblin?
No.
Okay.
But
So yeah, you don't understand.
Yeah. I'm like, walk, trick, or rock to you too, asshole.
And he's going to take his sword in two hands and come for a clean cleave through your stomach.
Move. Yeah.
Hopefully.
A bummer.
Well, not hopefully for you.
Hopefully.
Not hopefully for you.
He butchers you. Did he crit? He just rolled a natural 20.
So,
It
he
was meant
takes
to
the
be.
sword
And he puts it in my kidney.
and swings with all his might as you see the blade, the perfect arc straight through the crease in your armor, hits you in the stomach and cuts through.
Yeah, rolls damage.
I'm
This guy is
just
like,
going to say that this is my favorite.
This is the second time this guy's crit me. What'd you roll?
Take 17
Fuck.
damage.
I'm like blood shoots out of my mouth because he hit
As
me
he
in the lung and
swings, he smiles at you, this big grimace. And when he smiles, you see his sharp yellow and stained, some black teeth. And he sniffs real hard, breathes out. You see a puff of smoke as he breathes out. And he spats.
All right. I spit my blood in his face. And then I'm going to shield bash him again. Try to push him down back into the ground.
All right, we're going to skip over you real quick.
Okay.
So, back to the wagon. You're in the wagon with Hank. You are by the horses, and you are by the horses. Give me a concentration check. I believe light's concentration, right?
Oh, yeah, it probably is. No, I don't think it is, actually. Let me check.
All right, double check that for me. So, you guys hear the loud whinny and the death wail of a horse. It's not actually that far off. And you see through the trees and the shrubbery not at a bright light, but a light that's being blocked by foliage. And you obviously can tell that's Deloran because you watched him trot off on his horse with his shield shining bright in the air.
It just stays bright until I put it away.
And you still do see it. Then you hear, and you hear some creature pretty far off shouting in a language you don't understand unless anyone understands Goblin.
No
Who the
goblin.
fuck would take Goblin? Nobody.
A goblin.
Right. Well, they take it for free, so...
What do you guys do?
Did we have initiative left, or can we just act?
You can still go on initiative. So, Garavon.
How far is? It's pretty far away, right?
It's a good trot away. He got on the horse and rode. He is... It's really hard to gauge at this point. It would take you a couple rounds to get there.
And this guy's over. Artegan's over at the wagon, right?
Artegan's in the wagon with Hank.
He's hiding.
So,
And Merritt's at the horse, and he's calming him. Well, he's trying to calm him down, and he's acting slightly frantic and erratic, and not doing a great job at it.
I'm going to hop on the horse.
Which one?
That he's trying to calm.
You were trying to calm Jake as your main.
That's right,
because that's your horse.
I believe so.
I mean, you were trying to calm them all, but Jake was the only one that was responding to you.
Yeah. So you're gonna hop on my horse. All right. I see how it is.
All right, so you're not too far away. It'll take you half your movement to get there.
Okay.
And then it'll take you the rest of your movement to jump on the horse.
Okay.
And you still have an action. And you would use your action to control or command the horse to move. That makes sense?
Well, I was going to try to get him on the horse. Just bring one horse and...
You're going to tag him along?
Yep.
Your action could be to yank him up.
So you can use your action to help him up, and he goes next. I mean, you won't be able to just pick him up from the ground.
Sure.
But you can definitely help him up.
All right, do I have to roll for that?
Nope.
No? All right, that's what I'm doing.
All right, so he reaches down, he jumps on the horse, reaches down for you, Merritt. Do you take his hand?
I do.
All right, so you guys...
Adventure!
You throw him up behind you on the horse, so instead of half your movement to get on the horse, I'll say it's 5 feet of movement.
Okay.
Although you still have an action and movement left if you want to do anything else. He's in command of the horse.
I cast guidance on you.
Nice.
Put my hands like on your ears and like glow so that your nostrils flare with light.
Do you say anything when you cast guidance? What do you usually do when you cast
guidance? Is, let's see, verbal and somatic. And so probably just a quick, simple prayer. May the light guide you. May the light guide you.
And you're actually going towards light, so that's so fitting because you need to get to the light. All right, so that was Merritt's turn. Art, do you do anything?
Probably take a peek out of the wagon, see if I see anything around.
Okay, as you peek out of the wagon, you hear something to the effect of like this. When you turn around, you see Hank. He has this pouch he's taken out. It's another pouch you've seen him use a few times. And he's taken out a metal striker and flint. And he's got a little tinder that he's... And he finally gets it lit. And he lights up his pipe.
It's just,
you don't want to go out there.
Yeah, he's right. You don't
Probably better out here. Keep your head in. You don't want to get shot in the face.
Quick question. If we level up, do we get our spell slots, or do we have to rest to get them?
The spell slots you've earned,
yes.
You have.
Okay. Gonna take a deep breath and jump out there and head towards these guys.
As you jump out, one of the huskies jumps out behind you, and you hear, "Get back in here, Daniel. Get back in." And the husky is like trotting along behind you, and it stops real quick, turns around, jumps back in the wagon with Hank, and shakes off all the snow. Good luck. As you're heading off, you go towards the horses?
Yeah, I'll go towards the horses. But I'm not actually going to get on a horse. I'll just use dash action and get that extra movement.
Deloran.
Yep.
You have now been thoroughly gutted.
I have been. So I hope that my chain is keeping my innards where they're supposed to be. But I don't have time to worry about that. I'm going to smash him again with my shield, try to get him back in the ground, and then attack him. Oh, that was horrible. He's not going to go down on the ground. I am weak from my loss of my innards.
But
I stop using that metal dice.
Yeah, fuck this die.
Oh no, it's already retired. We just started.
Give me some good things.
In case I need more. But
yeah, all the metal ones are cursed.
Yeah.
So he goes to swing at you. Is a 7 enough to hit?
Well, I still get to swing at him.
Oh, you haven't even
don't get him
swung?
down. No, that was my 7 was to
Bonus.
push him
Okay,
down.
well, he's in mid
So
swing.
does that keep him up? I had a 7 to push him down.
Oh, yeah. I'll use that for his defense. It keeps him up.
Okay, so now I'm gonna try to hit
Good
him.
call.
To hit, I have a 20.
20 total?
20 total.
That's a hit.
I'm going to smite. Fuck this dude. He needs to go down now.
Now, before you do the damage, is this lethal? Because I remember last game you were saying I don't want to, cleave him in the head, but then he gutted you.
Yeah, this is lethal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking him like here, someplace really brutal. And as I go for this smite, my smite line is death to my enemies. So that's 14 plus 5 is 19 damage. Death to my enemies.
Well, how do you kill him?
I want to pass my sword from his collarbone to his armpit on the other side. Just whack.
You carry a greatsword?
No, I have a longsword.
Longsword.
Yeah.
So you take your longsword and you cleave him from collarbone to stomach, and when you do, you see it split the leather and cloth. It just pops right apart. It goes into his skin a couple inches deep all the way through, and when it hits like right down here in the stomach area, you see just liquid kind of burst out of his stomach. It's like, and he keels over into the ground and hits his knees first, kind of falling towards near you.
I'll kick him onto his back.
You kick him down onto his back into the snow where he bleeds out next to Clyde, who has bled thoroughly onto the ground. This snow is blanketed in blood. As that happens, you see Garavon and Merritt riding up on the horse. You guys ride towards the light. On this action, you get to him on the horse, and it's a mess. There's blood everywhere. You see Deloran bleeding out of his stomach.
I'm holding my insides in my inside.
He doesn't look very well off. There's a creature on the ground. But we will break initiative at this point, because you have thoroughly killed him.
I will lay on hands for 10.
And just like that.
Yep. So I'm only 7 down now. I'm like, ugh.
What happened here? Your horse! And
Yep.
a red man!
Yep. Oh, wait.
Did you do this? What did you do?
He killed the horse,
Oh.
and then he tried to kill me. So I
You
killed
actually
him back.
you don't see what it is. It's it's on its back. Yeah, you guys see it. You can go ahead and give me a survival roll. All of you. Boop.
18.
Are you there yet?
Technically. Well, I suppose I'm on my way. So.
You're still on
Nine.
your way.
I rolled an 18.
Well, I got a
Lucky.
7.
I got 15 plus 5 is 20.
Nice.
This, now that you have a second to take a look and figure out what's going on, you look at the creature with its big, flat, wide nose. Although you might not have ever seen one in person, you guys know this is a hobgoblin.
I've heard stories.
And hobgoblins, goblins, bugbears, they're all of the goblinoid species. They've been known to work together at times. With the 20, you would know that hobgoblins are very militaristic. They usually have a chain of command, and they're tactical. So it would make sense that they were trying to distract you guys to take the horses.
I loot the dead one. Does he have anything of interest?
He has a couple, what you would think are ears attached to his belt.
People ears?
People ears. They're not elf or anything, they're human.
Okay.
You see on his belt as well, he has one bottle of something. You can't tell what it is. And what else does he have?
I take the bottle of something.
It's urine.
Yeah, probably. I'm hurt. I drink it. You throw up. Oh no.
You're septic.
Yeah.
He has 15 gold on him.
Sweet.
In a little pouch. When you reach into the pouch, it's filled with lice and muck and dirt and gold.
Yaku, I take the 15 gold out. I scrub it in the snow. I give each of you guys 5. I take 5.
The two of us, 5.
You two were there. Yeah.
You're there to watch him die.
Yeah.
Is this hush money?
Nothing happened.
The horse fell on him.
No, it's not hush money. He tried to kill me. It didn't work out well for the horse or for him. That's what happened.
I go over to the horse. Is there any...
Clyde?
Yep, Clyde. Is he...
He's not breathing
He's
anymore.
full on bad.
He's dead, yeah.
Yeah, he died in the initial swing.
He closes...
The screaming and
that's
the
up.
neighing was just for flavor.
Can you heal? Are you that kind of cleric?
I can ask Baylor to heal.
Healer and me aren't necessarily in the best terms, but go ahead and give him a shout out and see what he says.
You'd be surprised. As
No, not really.
your path may leave you feeling isolated, but you're not beyond Paylor's reach.
Okay. Thanks, Merritt, for the pep talk. Will you please heal me?
I say, once again, I can do nothing. However,
Okay, just do what you gotta do.
Baylor, if your trust in me is sufficient, I ask that you pass that favor on to Mr. Cooper and restore his vitality.
Yeah.
And you get
Oh.
4 hit points.
Okay.
Do you have cure wounds?
It's healing word,
So you have healing word, not cure wounds.
not cure.
Okay.
I'm down to minus
That is good to
3.
know.
Yep.
I'll use my racial to heal myself for 2 more.
What's your racial?
It's called Healing Hands.
Okay.
It's kind of like lay on hands, except instead of 5 per level, I just have 1 per level. It's extra healing, though.
Yeah.
One thing to note too, if we take a short rest, I just got Song of Rest, so it's an extra D6.
That's cool. I'm only 1 down now,
Okay.
but I'm all out of heal juice.
On this creature, as you thoroughly investigate him, you also find a piece of parchment. It's a crumpled up wanted poster,
Mm-hmm.
and it has dirt and muck all over it. It's actually hard to really tell the entirety of whatever this poster was, but you see half the face that hasn't been completely worn and crumpled, and the name is still intact. The name is Wanted Jesse Filler. And that's Filler, like Filer.
But most of the other details are gone, like...
Most of everything else is gone. Looks like it's been ripped off of some board somewhere.
Okay. What was he using to hack at me? The longsword?
It was, except it was, you think it was mostly made of bone and sharpened down to a fine point.
Okay.
It wasn't steel.
I'll leave it with him.
His armor looks, besides the fact that it's split from collar to stomach, it looks old and worn and not very protective as well.
Okay. I think we should see if you can track the rest of them back to their camp. And I think we should deal with them appropriately.
Right away?
If we leave them out there, they can come back.
Wasn't there another one over to the northeast that was talking and shooting arrows and then
There was.
fell asleep or something?
Oh, is there a sleeping one? I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, that was me.
I only remember
Put him
that
to
he
sleep.
got shot and then nobody dealt with that after he shouted in that direction.
I think an arrow actually went in him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah, he killed.
He
killed
might
him.
be all the way dead.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been investigated for what he had, but
All right. Well, let's gather our Artegan up and let's head out.
Man. What's a big guy like, I mean, a little red hobgoblin gonna do with all our horses? Doesn't make any sense.
well, when there's 3 of them,
Sell
it
'em.
would be 1 extra horse.
Yeah, eat them, sell them, ride on them. All the things you might do with a horse.
Probably eat them.
They just don't really seem like the horse type to me. At least not this one. Though he's not, doing anything. I close his eyes too.
I put his long sword in his chest and put him to the ground.
That's unnecessary.
Time for us to go.
All right, let's track this. So,
You guys
I'll
gonna
say-
head back to camp first?
yeah, we'll head back to camp.
And then head out. Okay.
Yep.
You remember, at least, where the other one was shooting from, because you were in the tree as they were both shooting. And he was not out in this direction anyways.
Wish I had mending and poke it
So
up
once
with
you get
my
back to
armor.
camp, you'll be able to find out pretty easily.
Okay. So,
So you guys head back to camp. You see a small light coming from the wagon. Every once in a while it flares, then dissipates. See some smoke coming out of the wagon front, and Hank's in there.
Can I check the one that was killed?
Clyde?
No, the
Oh, the other,
other
whatever it
hobgoblin
was.
thing or whatever.
Sure.
Just checking. One, make sure
Just
it's
go back
dead.
and get your
Two,
saddle.
see if it has anything on it.
Okay.
That's fair.
You go over there and you see a creature clad in chainmail. And when you turn it over, its face is human.
Oh, snap.
Go ahead and give me an investigation.
10.
There's literally nothing on it. Crossbow that it was using to shoot, and chain armor. Old. Some of the ringlets are missing here and there.
I'll take the crossbow.
Okay.
Bring it back with me.
10 bolts. You guys get back to the wagon. Hank sticks his head out. Were those the death throes of a horse? Was that Clyde?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
The hobgoblin tried to kill me. Didn't go so well for Clyde or for the hobgoblin.
Maybe we should skin him.
Let's give him a horse.
Use the meat. Too bad the rations.
Sure, I don't care what you do with them now. If you're
Here's
gonna
a
go
saddle.
out, yeah, we got a saddle. I'll put it in the back of the wagon.
Hank, we're gonna go after these guys.
That don't sound like a smart idea.
Well, rather just find out what's going on here.
I'll stay back at the wagon. I'll take care of Clyde.
Alright.
How long you gonna be?
Let's just spend the night on this. Let's not spend any more time than that.
Oh, that's a long time. I figure that if we're gone for more than an hour, continue on your way tomorrow morning.
I think by the time I wake up, if you're not back, I'll keep heading down. You know where to go, right?
That's right.
You can probably find me.
Yep.
I'll give you a couple extra hours. I don't like traveling alone.
Yeah, I am a little concerned. The whole reason we're here is to travel with you.
I'll give it till 10 o'clock. I still gotta make my route.
Good news is if we take these guys out, we don't have to worry about them anymore on the way.
How many were there that came into camp? Was it just 3?
There was just 3.
There's
2
one
and
now.
1.
That we know of.
There's 1 left. Yeah, they say we're down, take care of him, and come back.
Unless you already head to camp, and there's a ton of them at camp.
Then we take care of them too.
All right. So I think there was a guy. The tree was right here. There was a guy that killed right here. So the other guy was back around here. So I'm gonna head.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start walking.
So
over
you walk
that
that
direction.
way. You get to the place where you remember he was shooting from, and it doesn't take you too long to find some tracks. There's some deep prints in the snow, and the snow is pretty deep already, so the drag tracks, like trekking through it, was a task in itself. You guys don't have problems traveling through difficult terrain because of you as a ranger. But whatever this creature is, it looked like it took a lot to get through this, to push through the snow.
Okay.
Should look like it had long legs. Like one of us, or is it short? Like a halfling or a goblin?
Go ahead and roll your survival.
Is it dragging through the middle?
Let's see, 13.
13. It's humanoid size, not small, medium creature. Not entirely sure. There's no good way to tell like actual footprints because there was just so much snow it was trekking through.
Right.
The other one he killed up there was a human. Oh, speaking of which, I think you're better off with this crossbow and 10 bolts that I found on him.
Why don't you hold on to that for right now?
Okay.
Should we get the horses? Should we just do this on foot? Couldn't have gotten too far.
You could have, but eventually we'll catch him. But it won't be faster than the horses. The problem is we only have 3 horses.
And we don't have one that can carry your armor easily.
They can carry them. It's just long treks. You're gonna end up killing your horse with heavy armors on a smaller horse. On a short trek, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, you would know.
Who are the 2 smallest of us?
Probably the elf and the kid.
You guys should double up then.
I am 6'3", 200 pounds.
Whoa,
You're a big 15-year-old.
I'm really tall. I hit that growth spurt.
You're bigger than I am.
Never mind. I'm the smallest.
Yeah.
Along with the elf.
Okay, so you guys should buddy up.
Sure.
Oh, well, we were up there. We found a hobgoblin, just so you know, and he did have some gold on, and this was your share. They give you 5 gold.
Oh, thank you.
I
Might as well split that up.
You guys jump on the horses. It is pretty dark out here, so only you and
me and him.
so you 3 can see everyone but Art, but you can only see 60 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's dim light at this point, so you have disadvantage on everything.
I just like my shield.
Checks.
Okay. That way you can track.
So you
He'll
like
see
your
us
shield
coming.
like a beacon in the night.
Yeah, he'll see us coming, but I don't care. Can you track him quickly?
Yeah. Let's just continue on following the tracks.
Alright. You guys continue on for a good 5 minutes before the tracks take a drastic change of direction. You pass a campsite that's been dealt with very recently. You see a fire that's barely smoldering anymore. Probably the fire that was originally what you had seen before everything happened. There's snow kicked all over it. Give me a survival roll at the campsite.
19.
19?
It's 14 and 5.
Okay. I was just clarifying. You see a spit that was left in it. It looks like it's roasting some kind of... Hard to really tell. It's been charred, blackened almost.
Does it have arms and legs?
No.
That's good.
Hard to tell what it is. Unless you want to go investigate it closer. You see a bunch of muddied and dirty tracks all over this area where the snow has been pushed down just from being inhabited. And it's a 30-foot radius on that. You see... That's pretty much it, actually. Whatever came through here intentionally came through here to... You're not sure why. And you will need another survival roll to track this creature, because you're now going through... Everything's been matted down.
20.
That's enough. You do find a fresh set of tracks and some old tracks as well, going out the other way of this campsite, not towards you guys, not towards your campsite. And the fresh tracks, it's just one set of tracks.
I mean, we're moving faster than he is, right? We're on horses. Let's ride him down.
Ride him down.
It's not difficult terrain still because of him, so we're on horses.
Every traveling with the ranger is not difficult terrain.
It's awesome. That's what it is.
So the campsite, there was nothing but matted area and the campfire in the middle.
Of whatever was in there.
Okay.
There's no bedrolls, none of that.
Nothing.
Right.
Yeah, not only is he moving at half the speed we are, we also have horses that are not moving.
Right.
So, 4 times faster.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, bad at this. 4.
3.
19.
10.
Well, luckily for you guys, you all won. You guys ride for another 3 minutes past this campsite, and you see the tracks. Looks like there's drag marks behind the tracks, as if it was carrying something heavy. And when you get nearer to where you think you're catching up, at the base of a tree, you see a couple extra big fat knapsacks that are sitting at the base of the tree. And you look up, and it's sitting on a branch, crossbow in hand, aimed at you guys. Go ahead and roll initiative, because it's not waiting.
Fair enough. He knows why we're here.
We got 19.
I got a 15.
Did you roll twice? And it's 19 plus your dexterity. Modifier.
So plus 3, so it's 21.
And then you can roll again, because you
22,
rolled
I'm
twice.
sorry.
20.
Natural 20. So you roll a 19 and a 20. You see, before he even knocks the bolt, you look up, and he's definitely aiming down. In fact, he's aiming at you.
And how far away is he? I can see him, right?
50 feet.
If he can shoot you, you can shoot him.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely...
He's knocked the bolt, cranking on the crank right now, ready to release the bolt into your face. You're going to go first. What did you guys get?
15.
13.
18.
So I'm last.
This
guy's gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Really fast.
Yep. Unless he has friends that are coming.
Everyone goes before him. I don't see much hope.
He's like, Garavon. Kill him.
Okay, so
in one swift motion, you take the bow from your back at the same time as you retrieve an arrow.
Did you want a hunter's mark or no? It's probably not needed, but
you do.
Actually, yeah.
Be a good thing to get in the habit of.
Can I use sharpshooter as well?
Yeah. Yes, and he hasn't acted yet.
So you have advantage to hit him.
Advantage to shoot him.
Awesome.
So you roll twice to hit.
Sharpshooter and hunter's mark, and let's do this.
Do you want this to be lethal damage?
No.
Okay. You always want to clarify beforehand.
Okay.
Because otherwise, I'm just going to assume you're killing him.
Not killing him?
No.
All right, let's see what happens in my initiative.
That's the spirit.
Oh no.
He falls on the tree. I ride up and I'm like, long sword.
To command you.
Heal. So it was 17 plus 5.
So 22.
Yep.
Minus
Minus 5.
minus 5.
Oh, that's
17.
right,
5
because
is
it's a straight
17.
roll. Well, that's still enough to hit. And you do 10 extra
Plus
damage
3.
plus your
13.
5.
13 plus
15.
15. Why 5?
Because he's a ranger.
He has plus 2 hit, not plus 2 damage.
Humanoids.
Oh. Humanoids are your
That's
chosen
right.
enemy?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so 15 plus a d8 and a d6.
I mean,
Alright.
he has 15 hit points.
Alright, so he's
You
down.
can roll the extra damage.
Take that.
Just roll anything.
be
It
another
doesn't
8.
matter. So you're not
23.
trying to kill him, but you do plug him exactly where you want to hit. Where do you want to hit him? If you say the face, you're gonna kill him.
Right. No. We'll go. He was up in a tree. We'll go leg.
Leg shot.
Yeah. Thigh.
Okay. You shoot him. It plugs into the leg. He starts slipping off the branch as it hits, and as he starts slipping, you see that the arrow not only went through his leg, it stuck into the branch, and as he's falling down, it rips that flesh and snaps that arrow right out of the tree.
Beautiful.
As he falls to the ground, automatically failing 2 death saves.
Yep.
Oh no.
Hits the snow, lands right on the backpack, rolls into the snow. Didn't even have a chance to scream. Merritt.
I'm gonna ride up and hop off the horse, and I'm gonna turn him onto his back so I can see his face. What am I looking at here?
It is a hobgoblin. Same as the last one. Well, not the exact same, but same features. The face is more orange with red smattered in. It's almost splotchy in some parts, like there's red splotches throughout the orange.
Hobgoblins, they look the same.
And a wide, flat nose. The hair is scraggly, and it goes down past the shoulders, and it's wet. He was holding a crossbow, not anymore.
All right, so
The leg is ripped open.
while I'm holding on to it, I'm kind of under the armpits. I close my eyes for a second and say, "Spare him so that I may understand," and cast Spare the Dying.
Spare the Dying does.
He stabilizes. That's
Stabilizes at 0.
So it stabilizes the creature at 0 hit points.
Mhm.
The bleeding that was pulsing out of his leg stops almost immediately. The blood is staunched, and you see deep breath from whatever this creature is, and a slight wheeze. But it is not dying. We'll break combat again, because that was easy. One shot.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a beast when you get to go first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
So he's still alive?
he's alive. Not conscious, just alive.
So I'm gonna get down and come over by him too.
Merritt's there kneeling in the snow, his robes getting soaked through the knees.
I'll go over at you. I'm like, why don't you take Merritt and Art to check over the backpacks?
Sure.
I mean, he literally is right by the backpacks.
Yeah.
He rolled off of them.
Right. That's fine. I'm gonna pick him up and bring him over to my horse. And set him on my horse.
Okay.
I'm not going to let you.
You won't let
Can't-
me?
Don't move him yet.
Why not?
There's nothing that can benefit us from moving him right now.
If we leave him here, he'll die.
No, he won't. He's already been getting better.
Just put a flesh room.
Are you? Are you going to heal him more?
I may. Are you not curious? His motivations.
No. I don't need to know why he did what he did. I doubt he can even tell us. The last hobgoblin that we ran across, after it gutted me, yelled at me in a language I don't understand.
I also know languages you do not understand.
Yeah. Do you know Goblin?
No? Does he know Common?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
All right.
Well, we can't take him with. We're not going to keep this guy. And we can't really let him go.
We can't execute him.
Yeah, we can. That's the thing. I do it all
It's
the
an
time.
awful thing.
I mean,
How about we tie him to the tree so that you don't feel threatened,
I don't feel threatened now.
so that you don't feel scared of him, and then we can wake him up and see what he has to say. We can learn a lot, if nothing else.
Just heal
If
him
you want to
now.
know how many, maybe he knows where a bunch more of his goblin-y friends are.
I don't want to know where they are.
That's
You
true.
do for walking past them.
Well, why don't you heal him now? We'll ask him now.
While they're saying that, I'm going to go through his things.
Let's check those packs. I can only save this guy's life for so long.
Investigation.
Not very long.
I shouldn't do this. 3.
I mean, there's packs. You start pulling out different things as you're spreading them across the ground. Looking through them, you see some tattered bedrolls that are actually decently tailored, besides being old. And you guys rolled well enough last time. You'd assume that these aren't probably made by them. These are taken from someone or someone that's met a worse fate than you.
Yeah.
You've seen hobbits.
How many bedrolls?
Yeah, there's 4 bedrolls in total. And there's a tent as well. There's some rations in there, but I wouldn't suggest eating them because they look awful.
You can have
And
a
they're
third
not like
tent.
human
Yeah.
rations. In fact,
Yeah.
you even find a chard, and this one is much easier to tell. It's like a hand. See, like a charred hand.
See?
Yeah, that's not going to go.
These guys are people eaters.
Yeah.
I don't like people eaters.
He has a crossbow and how many bolts?
He has a crossbow and 5 more bolts.
Okay.
And what else did you see?
I figure if there is anything else, I don't
9
see
more
it.
gold total.
I probably
in the bag.
missed the gold, and these guys can divvy up the gold how they want. Cause
No, you find 9 gold.
I was like, they can divvy it up, or I can just put it on my sheet.
I'll just take this.
Yeah.
uh,
Okay, look. You should wake him
let's
up.
see.
2, 4, 6, and then 3 for you. 2, 2,
I was
2,
trying to
and
figure out how I was going to split it up. Yeah, you gave me some last time, so I'll give you 3. Everyone else 2.
All right.
When someone's stabilized, is there a way to get him
To
one hit point rather than
healing?
Short
rather than
rest,
using a
couple hours.
Yeah, short rest or
A short rest will allow him to roll his hit dice. And then he would wake up.
Yeah, would have to wait about an hour.
Or if someone has a medicine kit, you can use a medicine kit on him.
Does anyone have a medicine kit?
Medicine kits also stabilize creatures.
Yeah,
Oh.
but you can't roll like a D4 plus 1 or something 3 times
Oh.
per kid or something stupid.
I have
If-
a
I think
healer's
it's
kit.
if
Healer's
you're.
kit, right?
I think that's if you have the healer feat.
Oh, you have the healer
can,
feet?
You
I
can
believe
make them
you're right.
stabilized.
Okay,
to
alright.
one.
Maybe it's a healer
Something
feat.
like that. I don't know.
I could heal him. I'm not entirely tapped out, but
I'm not
I'll
either,
be-
but I don't want to give him 8 hit points just to have you
take them away.
rip it back out.
Yeah, that's a good call, because I'm going to do that.
Well, to be fair, he'd have a lot of fun doing it.
It's not about fun. It's not, really. It's just about, like, this is the best thing for us to do. If we leave him, he can get his friends, come back and avenge his 2 comrades, which is what I would do if I were him. If someone killed the 3 of you and left me alive, I would find them and kill them. So, to keep him from doing that, I'm going to kill him. Because it's the safest way for us to proceed. But if you want to question him, I mean, by all means, it's not a bad idea. In fact, if I still had the ability to lay on hands, I might have brought him back awake so that I could ask him what he knew.
Well, we have until the end of the night. We want to sit out here for about an hour until he wakes up. And
I have nothing else to do. I squat down next to him. Merritt, you might want to leave before he wakes up. I understand. It's hard in the beginning. I put my hand on your shoulder. I know what it's like.
Nope. I'm not leaving his side.
Well, I'm sorry for what's about to happen then.
So yeah, so that's so we went through all the bags. We can kind of wait for
I'm not
another
without
50 minutes.
Sure. I'm not without remorse. It's just remorse won't stop me from doing what has to be done.
You guys sit there in awkward silence again for a long time. 50 minutes seems like 5 hours at this point.
I'm not worried about it.
Every once in a while you hear the sounds of people shuffling around, the uncomfortable moving, maybe someone's unsheathing their sword here and there, sharpening.
I'll take a piss about a half an hour in.
But the time does pass.
I'm taking a short rest. I'll play a song.
Somewhere around 40-45 minutes in, I'm going to pull my sword out.
Sure.
So I am going to, in front of him, make kind of a half circle in the snow with my candles.
Okay.
And light them up, each behind me. And then I'm going to step into the circle in front of him before, when I think he's about to wake up. And then I'm going to use thaumaturgy to change the color of all flames within 30 feet of me to green. So it looks really eerie when he wakes up.
When you are tiefling, you do look scary.
I'll make sure to give this the proper, proper feeling.
Do you guys tie him up?
I offered that. See,
Probably.
I knew he would be a little bit squeamish.
Well, that way he can't run. It's harder if they run.
So after you set all this up, you guys take the rope, tie him around to the tree. You hear the wheezing breaths, shallow. So it's like... The eyes open, really wide, looks around. The nose flares out, wide flat nose. Maglubiet will destroy you.
You do speak common. That's good.
Start struggling against the ropes.
Put the tip of my sword against his chest.
Spits.
We want to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Kern will destroy you all.
Okay.
Maglubiet and Kern.
Your bones will break beneath your shields. Your flesh will split beneath our blades.
Do you have other friends out here?
Your cities will fall beneath our feet. Your children will be our slaves.
I fucking do it. I'm like, alright, dude. We're done with that.
Well, you can roll the hit with advantage.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad.
He was giving us information.
9 or 6. So 9 plus 5, 14.
That's enough. You can do your damage.
Okay. Uh, 3 plus 5 is 8.
The sword pierces into his side.
I'm like, okay.
Almost all the way through. He's like, as you do that, you see a little blood go. It's like, Acheron, victory is ours.
I twist it.
Wait.
Anyone else want to do anything before you twist it?
Acheron?
Acheron?
Acheron.
Acheron! Victory is ours!
Twist.
We'll come to you. You're still on order.
I'm still in stabbing.
Still piercing.
I'm still
his
stabbing.
side.
You're not really a thinker. He's given us 3 names and plans, and you're just like, no, don't give us information.
I'm done.
Go ahead,
Yeah, you could've
everyone
left.
else.
I'm just watching. I don't have anything to add to that.
We're just sitting back
You guys are like, I'm like,
Got some popcorn.
Alright.
These 2.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I let my eyes flare while I'm still trying to focus on all these things, and I just say, stop!
you gonna command me?
Command you. It's
All right.
What does it do?
It's a will save.
a will save.
He can make me on my turn. I just do whatever he says, and then I end my turn.
Yep.
So if he says grovel, I go prone, end my turn. If he says, release, I drop the thing I'm holding, end turn. He can say run or stop.
Mm-hmm. So you don't move and take no actions.
Or your will save.
13.
And my
Difficulty is a 13.
difficulty is a 13.
So he does save.
So you can choose now.
You feel a slight compulsion come over you to listen,
Yeah.
and you know you can shake it off. And you know that Merritt was
I can cast
using a
command
command
too.
spell.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry.
So that was your action. You can still do other things.
You can move, bonus action stuff.
Spare the dying.
Yeah, he does.
His word.
I don't know how long you're sparing for. My
No,
sword is
it's-
in his side.
It's gonna be so hard to get information with you around.
Well, no, if I had lay on hands, I'd bring him back to 1 hit point, stab him. I'd torture him.
Lay on
basically,
hands is
if I could
5.
lay on hands. You can spend 1 at a time. 5 is
Really?
to cure disease, yeah.
That's
So-
interesting.
I can be like, wake up, wake up, wake up, just torture someone for information.
So you try to command him. You guys sit back there and you're just watching in silence.
So you try to command me. Are you done with your turn? Is that it?
Yeah.
Blood's now dripping out of his
Okay.
mouth as
I'll
you're
let-
starting to do the twist.
I'm like, I'm sorry, friend. Look away.
I don't.
The nose flares as you roll to attack again.
I mean, he only had 1 hit point, right?
No.
Oh, you don't.
Oh,
He got his.
he got his
recovered.
dice. Sure. I'll fish around in his innards. He's on the ground, so I still have advantage, correct? Jeez. 14?
Pistol enough.
13.
Alright, so this time, as you twist the blade, shudders. He falls forward onto your blade as it's still in his stomach and falls as far as he can before his whole body goes limp, but his torso remains sitting.
Go to meet your gods, friend. Alright. Pull the sword out. Wipe it on his shirt.
Alright,
Put it
just
away.
delete this one.
I'm gonna need to learn to speak with dead. You were around. Like,
You got a spare piece of notepaper.
What was on him? Did we search him?
Yeah, I got the 9 gold and the
That's it.
crossbow and bolt.
Yeah, I mean, I'll rifle his body before we go. Does he have one of those bone swords?
whose rope was
Oh, yeah,
used
the
to tie him
crossbow.
up?
What am I?
Untying it, and I hand it back to him.
Thank you.
Can I have a spare piece of notepaper?
Oh, that was.
You can just rip it out for me.
No way. And you would never be able to use it again in its proper form. That's the one thing it does.
All my
Except ink.
notes.
Oh, yay.
Sad. I love when we deviate heavily from the planned storyline.
I tried super hard.
You tried.
Lawful my ass.
Yeah, lawful.
That was
neutral,
well,
maybe evil.
game over. Neutral evil.
And
I
we'll
just
continue
execute
on.
things because I'm a little bored and a little angry.
They're trying to kill us.
To be fair, he did have a severed hand with him.
Yeah,
People hand. He eats
all
peoples.
we all eat corpses.
Yeah, but we
Different-
don't eat us corpses.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you draw an arbitrary line between which
Yep, if
corpse
it has
to eat.
fingers, that's a bigger deal in my mind. Yes.
I don't.
All eat corpses. Yes.
This is all in game, by
chicken
the way.
corpses.
Right.
To be fair, I don't like to eat things that can talk to me.
Yeah, that,
Like-
I draw the line there. I'm not eating a parrot.
Like, if it understands common, at that point, it's kind of too intelligent to eat.
It's not you're languageist. So it's common that does it.
Well, most things can understand common.
Listen, this has been a great exercise in philosophy.
Should we go back
right,
to camp?
and
Back to camp.
ethics.
Yeah, let's go back to camp.
But let's go back to camp because we don't want to miss Hank, and we gotta
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
Lead the way.
to be continued at another time.
To never be continued at another time.
Plot hook gone.
That's cool.
That's not the first time we've done it.
No.
Remember the
What's
goblin
this
game?
we talk? What's this
I
we
use
talk?
the python, and I do it.
You guys literally
That was really close to
derailed the beginning of the campaign before we even started. Because we started at the temple. Which is fine. We'll roll with it.
All right,
Moving on.
moving on.
You head back to camp.
We take those 3 bags of goodies.
All the gear.
Mm-hmm.
Throw out all the trash and dirt.
and leave
rotten
behind the potato bugs and the lice.
and the hand.
The hand.
Yeah, don't bring the hand.
When you get back to camp, you still see smoke billowing out of the wagon every once in a while. In puffs.
Oh. It's like they burned down Hank.
Oh, then we'd really kill some people.
Hank is still there. Y'all made it back.
Come back. Yeah, hail the conquering hero. He
Did you find them?
he stabbed a fountain of information while it was bound to a tree.
Yeah, we found him. We took care of him. It's fine.
Are there any more?
Just the one that we found. There were 3 that attacked us. We found the last one of them.
Maybe we shouldn't light a fire tonight.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to find out how close the rest of them are.
There's more.
Most likely.
They are hobgoblins. There are probably always more.
That don't make me feel good tonight.
Correct.
Well, I don't think I'm going to keep sleeping now.
Well, if that's the case, do you want to press on?
We could take shifts.
We could go now. Someone will have to sit up here with me now. Lost Clyde.
I'll set up front with you. I don't have a horse anymore.
He points to a large fat pack in the wagon as he says Clyde. And you see this pack is a preserve. It's not a really preserving pack, but it's used for carrying like heavy loads of meat.
Corpse in a bag.
I understand this is harder for you. It's okay. You'll get used to it.
I apparently will.
She said.
Yep, just
And
like
we have
that.
lost.
Take 10. He's not coming back from that one. Look at that shake laugh. He's got the full body heaves.
Okay. Upset.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so
That's called the morning punch drunk.
oh, morning game sometimes is so bad.
You mean so great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've done some horribly stupid things because we have a really morning game.
Okay. So,
I feel like that's just natural. Whether it's morning or night.
We do dumb things all the time.
Well, we want to keep moving on. Who's going to sit up here with me then? You guys
I'll
sit in the
sit with you.
wagon?
I'll sit up there with you.
Actually, that's probably best.
We'll take shifts.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get on my horse. Gary.
Anyone else know how to drive a horse? How to drive this wagon?
I do. I've got land vehicles.
Oh, well, you actually do then, as a soldier.
Yeah.
You can sit up here with me. Oh, all right.
What time of night is it?
It's like 3 a.m. now, so dawn's coming soon.
And how much sleep did we get?
Not enough.
Didn't get a short rest or a long rest.
We might
No, you
wanna
got a short
You got a
rest.
short rest because he did too.
Yeah,
might
you got a
wanna
short rest.
Sleep in shifts. We can sleep in shifts in the back of the carriage.
Tie my
While
horse
we
off to the
travel.
carriage.
That way we'll be certain at least one
so
of
it
us
walks
is
with
always
it and sit in the back.
behind.
You gonna sit in the back?
I'll sit in the back.
What do you
Uh,
mean behind?
Okay.
Not fully
If that's
rested.
all right with Merritt.
Oh, I think if we sleep in shifts, we'll eventually get a long rest. We can just travel through the day and sleep in shifts. One person can always be asleep. Or two people. There's enough room for a couple people in the back.
These two climb in the wagon and tie their horse to the wagon.
You guys do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you guys crash first, I'll stay up.
Just I'm riding a horse.
While
Take
you're
back.
sleeping, it actually is difficult terrain, so it'll be a little slower. Just because you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
You're not guiding anything.
Only takes 4 hours, luckily for him.
You two crash in the back. The Huskies jump in with you guys every once in a while. And they lay down next to you. They put their entire body up against you guys. They fall asleep. And you guys continue moving on. Hank looks tired. Everyone roll me a Constitution save.
Minus the 2 sleeping.
Correct.
You don't have to do it.
And fail.
DC 10.
15.
You will be suffering from one level of exhaustion,
Until I get a long rest in.
as well as Hank.
Oh, Hank. I'm like, ugh.
The two drivers are in the
Yeah,
front,
we're like,
bleary-eyed,
"Oh,
red.
tired."
Maybe you should have slept first.
Well, too late now. I'll feel better after I take a turn in the back of the wagon, but I'll be alright until then, I think.
Gotta try and stay awake. Why don't you tell me a story? Keep me awake.
What kind of story do you want to hear, Hank? I'm not really a storytelling kind of guy.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, yeah, I forgot the name of my town. I came from a little town called Meadowbrook.
Meadowbrook. Why don't you tell me about this town?
Oh, it's not very big. It's between Oakdale and, where's
Woodhaven?
that? Woodhaven.
Born there, raised there?
Yeah, both.
What'd you do for fun when you were a kid?
I used to play with the metal rims to the barrels my father would make. You know, that game that kids play where they take the metal rim and they smack it with the stick and try to chase it around town. My father's a Cooper, so he always had extra rims. It was a good
Never heard
time.
that game, but, you know, kids will find anything and play with it.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, mostly did that. Hung out with a few friends I had in town
When'd you leave?
2 years ago.
Why?
I joined the resistance to fight against Mad Magnus Monroe. I mean, you know, you're either a soldier or you're some sort of tradesman where I come from. That's the way it works. I was never much of a Cooper. My dad's business.
I hear tell we're losing that battle.
Yeah, well, it's not going well.
So you guys fall asleep. Mary, you're following along?
Yep.
You're
Just
also,
walking behind.
unless you're following far behind, you're also there if you want to add anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just be listening for right now.
It's weird in perspective.
Right.
They're actually.
You guys talk for a good while about past and things, and nothing deep or nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
When the time passes, you'll both get your full rest. If you have any damage, I think you do, Matt.
Yep, I had 3 damage.
So you can roll your hit dice. And what hit dice are
Well,
is...
long rest, you get all of it back.
Yeah, you get a long
And half
rest.
And he gets it all back.
So you want to roll your hit dice.
No, he doesn't have to roll his hit dice.
Oh, that's right. You just heal.
Yeah, you just heal. You get it all back.
I'll get used to that.
That's weird.
That's right.
That's super weird.
Makes us
Power
really
sleeping.
tough. Yeah.
Magic.
So yeah, you do heal all your wounds.
7.5 hours? No.
And then
7.45? Nothing. 8
You
hours,
both
you
wake
glow. You expel the arrow from your chest.
Hank looks at you. He's like, "Why don't you go rest?"
Well, aren't you going to come with me?
Then who can drive?
The ranger could figure it out.
You can go rest. I'll get the next one.
All right. I'm like, hey, I tap you.
All right.
You're in.
Good.
I go back there and I'm like, sleep the sleep of the dead. Actually, I don't have to take my armor off. Take off my armor.
You don't have to, but you will.
I do have to, or else I won't get back my level of exhaustion.
Correct.
So I'm like, ugh.
So it takes a while to doff your armor.
I'll help him.
5 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. I'll tell you.
You have helped him before, so if you help him, it's half the time.
Yep, and my dad was a blacksmith, so I've probably
You've
been
done
used
this
to
before.
Yeah.
You're used to it.
Getting into and out of armor.
It's 5 minutes.
Heavy armor is, 5 minutes, you're right. Yep, so 2.5 minutes. So we peel it off me. Thanks,
You
Art.
unstrap all the buckles and different parts of it. You help pull off that tight chain mess that he has. And once you get all your armor and shove it in the corner of the wagon next to the bag with the horse meat, you hit the hay. The huskies now are running around the wagon. They're up and active, and it's about 3 in the afternoon. No, it's probably more. Yeah, it's probably about 3 in the afternoon. You guys took a good long rest. You are in the wagon or on the horse?
I guess I'm on the wagon with Hank.
Okay, so you're gonna sit up on the wagon, tie the horses behind. You're up on the horse then?
I'll be on a horse.
You're sleeping.
Yep.
You jump in the wagon next to him, and you're just exhausted. You're tired. You both crash real quick. Hank looks shot. Looks over. He's like, "It'll be a long, long day."
Well, I could try to drive this thing for you.
No, that's okay.
After my shift, I'll switch with them.
Tell me about yourself, Garavon.
Well,
You're riding by there as well.
you know, I'm not that interesting. How about you, Artegan? Like, what you tell us a story?
What would you like to hear?
Tell me about that girl.
Don't know if I want to bring that up.
I always feel it's better to talk about the ones you lost. That way you don't lose them completely.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I think that would help.
Well, I lost a child once. My boy. 3 years old. You know, he was everything. Looks down, looks a little despondent. For children, they might only be here for a part of your life. For him, you're his whole life. I was everything to him. When I walked in, he would smile and he would see his daddy. He knew he just loved me. I remember I walked into the cabin once and he was there wearing one of my hats with a funny tail on it. Way too big for his head. But he looked up at me, he smiled, and I just knew he was mine and that anything I did for him would make him happy. Walked out once, trying to find his daddy. Probably wanted to come find me, see what I was doing. I was out hunting. But the cold was too much and he got lost, and by the time I found him, he was already gone. How about that Awana?
Well, I was delivering supplies to local inn. Dad's a blacksmith. Had some parts for the door. You know how that goes with drunks. Door is the first thing to get busted up. And she was traveling through the area when I stopped by, and pretty much hit it off right away. She decided to stay in town because of us, and found out she had come from a village that had been burned down by Magnus. But she was happy in this new area, so not all bad, I guess. Well, one time I was gone, and townfolk told me that Magnus came through, killed her, resurrected her from the dead as a zombie, or undead something.
Jesus.
And then he took her with him.
Or he probably said something more like, "Pale Lord's graces." You know why?
No idea.
I heard you all talking about Magnus. You know Magnus as well?
He burned my village and enslaved my people.
Dear Core, what in the world? There's a place in the 9 hells for someone like that.
It is reserved.
Well, I hope you're the ones that get them.
Yeah. How much longer we got? Day-wise.
Out of game? So you're on the 18th. You've been traveling for 5 days.
Gosh. How long is it there? 3 more days there?
4.
How many days is it?
Like 15 days there. So you got 10 more days to get there.
Holy crap, Hank, you're not excited at all.
Well, sometimes
I used to keep
you
myself
gotta
more
live.
entertained without people around than with you around.
That's why he keeps the Huskies around for, right?
Right.
Sometimes you gotta live even when you don't want to. That's what we do.
Can you put one of your songs while you're riding that horse?
Can we have something more cheerful?
Yeah, play now.
You can play if you want.
Sure, I'll play for a couple hours.
Because you're not going at a fast pace. You're just trotting along with the wagon.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you guys continue going on for about another hour. It's it's about 5 actually at this point. The sun's not going down quite yet, but it is getting darker out, and you see a light, a fire in the distance. Hank stops the wagon. He sees it too. Go ahead and give me a perception check, you two.
I don't want to wake up.
What was that?
11.
9.
Perception check?
Those two.
See if we wake up from the car stopping.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
You guys don't wake up from the car stop.
That's good. I'm cool staying asleep.
Well, if there's more, there might be this one.
They might not notice us if we don't stop for the fire.
as you guys see it, you see that it's not directly the way you're headed, but it's near the way you're headed. Off to the... You're headed west, so it's off to the north just slightly. Not quite on the path.
How far away, you think?
So it's pretty far. What do you think we should do? I made the call last time we shouldn't do anything, and look how that worked out.
I'm gonna be with
Should
you.
we wake those guys up?
No, let's not wake those two up. They're just gonna argue through the whole night.
All right, high five right here.
Yeah, we did it. We did it.
I'm kind of impressed that they actually fell asleep both back there.
That is true.
Did something happen?
We're gonna have a talk with those guys.
What happened?
They're just different viewpoints.
Oh, that's everyone.
Yeah, this is gonna have.
That's my wife.
This is gonna have a.
Here, everything I do is different viewpoint to her.
They do sound like they're married. All right. Well, you know what, Hank? I don't think we're gonna do anything about this.
I think the best thing to do is just go past it as quick as possible.
Absolutely.
Cool, let's do it. So, Hobgoblin's take 2. We still need the plot hooks. There's another camp up ahead.
Well, as far as I can tell, you guys have opted to move on. Correct?
Yeah, I think moving without making noise or anything is probably.
Let me ask Hank before we start getting going. I think it'd be wise to double back a little bit so these guys can get some rest.
I don't know what you mean.
Just go back the way we came.
Oh, you mean not
For a
go
little
forward
bit.
and just wait? I mean, we could.
So the bonus is if we wake him up, he can get his heavy armor on. Because
You think we're gonna fight?
there's a possibility when we cross, or we might cross our path as we go.
I
Might
don't
not.
want to fight.
No one wants to fight right now.
Except for possibly some hobgoblins.
But, well, whatever you guys think is best. Again, my last call didn't turn out very well, did it?
What do you think? You want to try to go back a little bit? We rewind our steps.
I'll leave it up to you. I mean, you're the one getting us.
Yeah, let's rewind our steps just a little bit.
Okay.
Get out of the sight of the.
Is there another path we could take that goes away from them? Maybe? Take a less direct path?
Yeah, I guess I just didn't really want to say anything. I wanted to keep moving on, but
I mean, and it's better to take a less direct path than doubling back.
up ahead, that light, that's most likely Farmer Gary's, but he hasn't been there in about past 3 trips I've been down this way. He's been gone. Place was ransacked. Everything was gone.
There's probably somebody using
He's
this
probably
place.
dead. But we can go around it. We don't have to go through it. That's what I was thinking.
No, let's go around it. Well, no, I don't want to go any further right now. I think we should just set up a camp somewhere off-site. Let these guys rest.
Get off trail a little.
Yeah.
Let's do it then.
Let's do it.
So you guys pull the cart around. You have to go down just a little more to find an area to pull an entire cart around. But you find a place. It's only like a few minutes up. You backtrack for how long?
I don't know, like 10 minutes.
Okay. Not very long.
No, not very long.
So you backtrack for 10 minutes until you find a spot that's somewhat off trail, a little more secluded and not visible from the trail.
No fire.
Even though you're leaving quite a big wake in your path, you're still off trail at least. Hopefully if there is anyone coming down this way and they want trouble, they don't see the trail, but I still think we need watch.
That's fine. I'll climb up into a tree I see around here somewhere.
You gonna keep watch?
I'll keep watch.
Alright, well, let's do it. He pulls the canvas out and starts setting up the railings. At this point, it wakes you guys up for 5 minutes. Like, we're just gonna take a break here. You guys keep resting. Thunk! Thunk! And you hear the sound of canvas being pulled over the railings.
Yeah, I'm like sleeping is good.
But he gets it all set up, takes out his tent, sets it up, and hits the hay. And you go up in the tree. He's like, I'll help you wash, but my eyes are so red I can't even see it straight.
That's right. We'll have Cooper start going as soon as he's ready.
Alright.
I'll stay up with him. So, I got 2 people watching.
He passes out. You climb into the tree. You guys eventually wake up. It's now nighttime. Completely dark out. The moon is being hid behind clouds, so it is really dark. The stars aren't visible. Any light that gets through the cloud cover is being slightly refracted from the snow.
Okay, so I'm gonna come out then. Put my heavy armor on.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Alright.
Fire has not been set up.
So I'm gonna jump out of the tree and I'm gonna go over. He's still asleep, right?
Oh, he's awake too.
Yeah, we're awake
too. So apparently, I'm gonna go up to you guys and just let you know. So apparently, there's a farm up there. It's been abandoned for about 3 trips for Hank, and looks like someone's put up camp there. We saw a light.
Kink, kink. Okay, well, let's go check it out.
Well, let's not be so quick. Do we really want to go check this place out right away?
I feel like if we go by it, if there's any issues, we can deal with it, but otherwise, I'd prefer to just keep on track.
Well, are we sure it's not the farmer?
We're not entirely sure, but Hank said he hasn't seen Farmer Gary for a while, so
Basically, the last 3 trips he made through, it was abandoned, and someone had ransacked it and went through it, so chances are if someone's there, they're probably not a welcomed guest.
Okay, so
But
options are either Farmer Gary came back after being away for a long time and somebody had robbed him, or people that robbed and possibly killed Farmer Gary are now using this place as a base of operations.
or they killed Farmer Gary, took what he had, and somebody else,
Has
since
moved
it is...
in opportunistically.
Yeah.
the question is do we really care about Farmer Gary and his farm right now? Merritt?
If someone killed Farmer Gary, I think we should check it out. If someone didn't kill Farmer Gary, then we stop by, say hey, see if they want to trade for any supplies, maybe they'll eat horse meat and move on.
It is interesting to me that death is the obvious outcome of any encounter to you.
No, that second encounter didn't have death as the obvious outcome. We traded with them.
The horse meat. The horse is dead. So that is...
If Farmer Gary is in any sort of trouble, I would like to offer him our aid.
Agreed.
Wait, you guys agreed on something?
I think that we define aid differently.
Yeah.
I would like to preserve the life of one endangered, if we have that chance. If we're to find out later that he was held captive or something of that sort, and that we just passed him by, I'm not sure my conscience could bear it.
Well, just to be clear, we have about 8 days until we reach our destination.
Yeah.
Do we want to waste our time on this?
It won't take that long.
Well, are we planning on spending the night here for Hank to rest?
Absolutely, we need it. Absolutely. They did agree on something, Art.
They did.
Let's,
Vaguely, we both agree we should go toward that building.
Yeah.
For different reasons and whatnot. But
I think
this
we
could
should
be a team bonding experience. Let's.
Team building is really good.
I think we should also hear what Hank has to say about it because he is the one who knows Artegan. So,
How long has Hank been asleep?
He just passed out.
Just now?
did he mention anything about it?
He just says just what we said. He hasn't seen him for the last 3 trips.
Gary's probably dead. But if they're responsible, we'll meet out justice.
All right, well, let's check it out. How should we go about it?
There we go. Lawful evil. Thank you.
I'm gonna scratch out neutral and put the evil in there.
Yeah, I was like, your alignment can't get further away from mine.
I could be chaotic evil.
Go get one step further.
Yeah, I guess there is a slight diagonal.
Again, like I say, I don't care what you write on the paper. What your actions are determine who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And good people do bad things and bad people do good things for different reasons.
Yeah, for sure.
There is no black and white.
How far off is this farm? Via horse.
Via horse?
I don't know why I had
I'm
a
gonna
southern
guess-
accent for a second
I'm
there.
Well,
Well,
I'm
I guess it's about 30 miles up that
I mean, we got horses, so we better get to
you would
doing
think
it.
it's about 45 minutes on horse.
It's about 45 minutes on horse.
We're really far away.
That's not that far.
how long has Hank been asleep? Those guys woke up
10
afterwards.
minutes.
Was it 10 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, we could wait 8 hours and then go. Let Hank get his rest in.
Should someone stay back here and watch Hank?
Well, I'm saying we could wait. We could wait for Hank.
We have time to wait for Hank?
Well, if Farmer Gary hasn't been there for the last 3 trips, 7.5 more hours might not make a massive difference.
All right, well, let's wait for Hank.
I'd like Hank to at least be awake to defend himself if we're going to ride off into the sunset.
It's like last night.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's wait for Hank.
So you guys wait another 8 hours. Long wait in the dark. No fire, no music, no stories. Not much talking at all. But the time does pass and no one's gone through the trail at this time of night.
I'm going to ask you, while we have the 8 hours, if you could take a look at my chain and maybe repair the rent that was caused by me being stabbed in the guts.
You need the tool, or I have the tools on me actually.
You should have the tools, but
But probably need a better area to fix it. An actual
for the chain,
smithy.
you could fix it, and it wouldn't take that long. You could do it while you're waiting.
Okay. Should I roll for it, or?
You would roll your proficiency bonus plus your strength and the d20.
11.
Oh, thank God, that was a 1 on the way out. Your armor doesn't work anymore.
You take your time and you take out some of the links that weren't working very well, and you connect everything up and repair it to the best of your ability.
That's not going to win any beauty contests, but it'll work.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's like a patch job.
Cool. Thank you.
Eventually, Hank wakes up. You hear disturbance in the tent and comes out. He's like, well, I feel much better. That was needed. How's everyone else feeling? It is now morning.
I've made some horse corpse bacon if you would like breakfast.
Eat some of Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't like to name them. Every time you eat them, you think of them. Guess that could be a good thing too.
He's a good horse.
Did his job.
Very well.
When you say good horse, are you talking about like taste or like how he was when he was alive?
He is a good horse.
All of the above. I make no distinction there.
You guys are something else. I'll have to say, the most entertaining crew I've had coming down these ways.
Well, that's rough. Must have had some really rough cruise.
Well, a lot of the soldiers, they like to talk about killing, and talk about fucking, and that's pretty much all they like to talk about. You guys have been through some hardships. Sure, everyone has, but you at least talk about it a little.
The best is yet to come.
That's right.
Speaking of which, I believe we're gonna go check on your friend Farmer Gary.
Mm-hmm.
See if, and we have to head back that way anyway. And wait, what?
Farmer Gary not there.
Well, people that are there would be responsible for having Farmer Gary, and if they are, we'll deal with them accordingly.
I'm not going.
No,
That'd be crazy.
we just wanted to make sure you were awake and ready to
Move on without you again.
Move on if
You can look after yourself.
You guys like to run headlong into danger, don't you?
Yes, sir.
These two apparently do. We do our best to follow.
I'm concerned that
He
Farmer
pulls out
Gary
his
may
little
be
pouch and
there,
he starts striking another.
being held against his will.
All right, you all set, Hank?
I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Well, we have it 45 minutes to get up there, so we may as well move as a group closer.
Wait, so what if we... Is there a way to send a signal to Hank so he can start moving towards us? Do we have, like...
I was actually
with
thinking
the light?
if we could move past him to
What
make sure
about-
that...
What about you shoot one of them light arrows you were talking about?
Sure. Shoot a light arrow.
We can do that.
I just keep an eye on the sky.
Okay.
You could also scream, but I might not run towards that.
Yeah, if you hear screaming, I don't think I would come that direction.
I have an idea about if we move the cart past the danger. Would it be better to do that and then have us double back for Farmer Gary? Or do you think it'd be
By
better?
the time the cart gets close enough, we're not stealthy in a cart. They'll come out and they'll accost us, and Hank and his wares could be in jeopardy. I wouldn't want to put Hank's life on the line.
So we ride ahead of him?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep this right here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so we should ride ahead.
What
Let
happened
me
with
see
that?
if I can aim right. Well, yeah, I don't think I should keep moving on with you guys. And if there is actually danger up ahead, there's 2 trails. So if anyone's watching one trail, they're probably watching 2.
Yeah, so wait here. We'll ride ahead. We'll take care of whatever has to happen.
This looks like a great spot for me.
I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we spent 8 hours here, and
I'll keep my eye on the sky.
If things are clear, we'll signal you to ride ahead. If they're not, we'll meet you back here.
It sounds like a plan.
If we don't show up in at least a couple hours, a few hours, you might want to think about how you're going to get around.
I think about that all the time.
it's 45 minutes, so at least in an hour and a half in traveling for us, plus however long we stay there.
Yeah. If there's no arrow in 2 hours,
I'll try to figure something out.
sounds fair.
So, you guys pull your horses out. You are short 1 horse.
Those
I'll
two
take
guys are going
Artegan.
to double up.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys double up on a horse. You 2 take your own. Are you on Gary?
We are on Gary.
Then you're on Mary.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Mary.
Don't kill Mary.
I will do my best to protect your horse.
Don't say that. You said that about the last one. It's not making me feel better.
Do my best. We know how that's gonna go.
Oh, shit.
I give Jacob an apple from my pack.
So you guys
Scratch my
ride
ear,
on towards
climb on
Farmer
Gary.
Gary?
Not to be confused with horse Gary.
Not horse.
The second note was Farmer Gary.
You see smoke coming from above the dead treetops. When you get closer, You can see through the clearing at the point where it's only a few minutes away. A large barn, log barn, and then a large log cabin. The cabin seems bigger than you would expect a cabin to be. 2 stories high. The second story is built stacked on top of it, as if it was a large chimney that's 30 feet around, sticking straight up out the middle. And at the top of that is a tiny chimney where the smoke is billowing out of. Are you guys... You're not sneaking in.
I mean, I don't sneak.
Yeah.
That's not a thing I do.
And you're riding up on horses. You can see it. You would think people could see you if they're looking. No one's outside. No one's making a ruckus. You do see on the side of the cabin where you can view, like in your line of sight, one horse that's tethered up to a railing right near the cabin. There's a trough filled with snow right by the horse.
Poor bastard.
Full of snow? That's horrible.
Drink this!
Not even I would do that to a horse.
Well, there's
That's where you would tie up a horse, and it's where a trough would be while you tied it up.
Sure.
But it's been there for a long time. There's snow in it because it's been snowing.
Oh, I understand.
For reference.
So if the person or thing that we're following is something that we want to kill, get an extra horse.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think I see Clyde too.
The sequel.
All right. Well,
That's Farmer Gary is.
I'm just gonna walk up
his
to the door and
horse.
knock on it. Do you guys want to cover their exits?
yeah.
Are there other exits?
Can we see is this the farm right here?
Sure.
And we're coming in kind of like this way?
Sure. Yes and yes.
Where's the door on that?
Should I set up? Well, we'll see what happens. I'll let you know if I have to set up anything.
I'll hop off my horse and approach the door.
I'm coming this way. The door is right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you to kind of stay back a little bit and try to cover the other exits.
Okay.
I'll
Can we
walk
see any
around.
other exits?
Not from this vantage point. You are coming straight down the trail, and as you're walking towards the door, you pretty much see the face of the building. You can barely see the sides. However, at one point, winding through the trail, you got a glimpse of the side where the horse was at. There's actually more than one horse that's tied up there. You only saw one at first, but there's a few.
How many?
From what you saw, 3.
That's not bad. You go to the front door. Doom, doom, doom.
You get down the trail.
And an arrow hits you in the face.
No, but the door opens before you guys get there.
Okay.
And out from the front, you see a man about 6 feet tall. He's wearing heavy armor. He's got a sword to his side. He steps out the front. His head is shaved, completely bald. Looks like it's been knifed down to the skin. And behind him, you see another person exit. They come right to the front. Swords in hand. They draw as you guys approach.
Well,
And when you get close enough for loud talking, who goes there?
my name is Deloran Cooper. I'm here to inquire after Farmer Gary.
Have you come to pay taxes to the huntsman?
Pardon me?
You heard me. These are the huntsman's woods.
I'm sorry, I have to claim ignorance. Maybe you could help educate me as to what's going on. Huntsman, taxes?
From behind him, another guy steps out from the door.
Okay.
And then another guy.
4 of them.
And then another guy.
5 of them.
And they're basically lined up. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Nope.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay. Nope. Roll a 2 and a 3.
16. 10.
10.
10, 16. So, He holds his sword out. These are the Huntsman's Woods. Have you come to pay your taxes for traveling through? He smiles, and when he smiles, he's got a grimace and some yellow teeth with stains on them, and as he's speaking, his breath's puffing out in smoke.
This is highway robbery.
Do you say that?
Technically.
I mean, yeah, I do under my breath. Like, this is highway robbery. Well, how much is it to pay for safe passage?
100 gold.
That, my friend, is going to be a problem. We don't have that kind of gold.
Well, what do you got on you? We take good steel, too. He smiles.
Take what?
Good steel, too.
No one will be taking my steel. Thank you very kindly. I'm here to inquire after Farmer Gary. This is his residence, is it not?
Not really sure.
Inside.
Right now, it's nobody's residence.
Is he not really sure? Oh,
Do you not live here?
I don't know.
We live in the woods.
Do you know what happened to Farmer Gary?
Nope.
Natural 20?
Doesn't seem like he knows.
Okay. So you're an opportunist. I can respect that.
Yeah, and the opportunity today is you pay your taxes, you move along. Well, we'll lower the bar down to 50 gold. I'm sure you guys could scrounge that up, right?
Sorry, friend, I do not have 50 gold.
What do you got? Let's just get down to the brass tacks.
Perhaps it is best if we just move along.
Well, today is not a good day for either of us, I fear, because we won't be moving through, we'll be moving back. Have a good day, though.
Yeah, for sure. Keep an eye out for those orcs.
Watch out for hobgoblins. We've seen a few.
Don't be passing through here.
We won't be by here again.
Better not, he mutters. Looks around and he bumps the guy on the shoulder, and the guy smiles and...
I think it's best for all of us if we didn't meet again.
Sure would. And they're still holding their swords.
That's fine.
I'm going to turn around and start.
Yep.
Art and I are getting out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, time for us to go back. We'll take the other path out of the woods.
Okay, yeah.
So you guys get a full circle.
Half listening to hear someone's going to run up and chop me in the back.
Yeah.
You start your way away from the cabin, looking back every once in a while, and you see that they are on their horses now at this point.
Yep, okay. So...
And as you guys are walking, they're walking about the same pace behind you.
Alright. Well, this is gonna happen.
It occurs to me that these men have ill will toward us, and that would extend to Hank and his wares.
And our job is to make sure that Hank is safe. I have an idea. We move more swiftly through the woods than they would otherwise because we're with you. Maybe we can ride off into the woods, take a hard right. And,
in a different direction, shoot a...
We'll just take a hard right into the woods and gallop off for a while, put some distance between us and them. You're a great archer. Maybe you can fell some of them as they come after us.
Sure.
Well, I don't think we even have to because we're moving faster than them.
On the road, is it still difficult terrain because of the snow?
On the path here, it is not difficult terrain on the path, but once you get off path, it is.
So if we get off path, we'll be better off than they are.
Yeah.
Let's take that hard right.
Okay. So when you say we whip the mounts into a little bit of a frenzy and take a hard right and run into the woods, put some distance between us and them. If they don't follow us, we double back around and take them to protect Hank, which they'll eventually come across. If they do follow us, we'll have some distance, and you can take some pot shots while they come in.
Let's do it. All right.
Did they look like they had any archers with them?
So I only saw swords.
With your perception checks,
I saw nothing.
You really didn't notice what was going on.
Okay.
You were a little.
You're pretty sure there was 5 of them.
There were 5 of them.
Right.
When you looked back, you saw there were 4 horses and one was doubled up.
Some nice
Probably lost the
horses.
horse.
Those would be nice horses.
You guys take the hard right.
Yep.
Do you make like a frenzied break for it? Like, yeah!
Yeah, totally.
Everyone give me a handle animal. Whip those horses into a frenzy.
Nope.
It's gonna guidance.
That's not good.
16.
I know it's coming. 8, 7.
4.
18 and
16.
So they take the hard right immediately and bolt off through the snow. You guys try to get the horses going and they
Come on, Mary. Come on.
halt a little.
Mary's like, what the fuck?
They're
I'm like,
going,
"Come
but
on,
they're
Mary."
not going like these guys are.
Okay.
And
We
you
gotta
all
slow
break
down.
right. When you break right, they don't seem to follow at that kind of a pace.
I mean, they can't. Right?
Well, they don't even seem to like put their horses in a trot.
Oh, they're just going to track us.
So they eventually are out of sight as you guys travel now through the forest and the trees and the foliage, through the heavy snows. And once you lose sight of them, you can slow down a little.
Let's circle back and take them.
all right. Let's do that.
If we must do this, there should be a place where we can gain an advantage.
You have such a place in mind?
I've never been to these woods, but I recommend we perhaps take them out around a rocky outcropping.
I mean,
We
I
can
think
gain the high ground.
I think he's our advantage. I mean, we circle back around. He spots
Do
them
we see
before
any
they
high
spot
ground
us.
around?
On the trail, from what you can remember and what you can see, you don't remember anything that's really advantageous, like a high ground. There's some places on the trail where you're winding through. If it was fully foliaged, you'd have a lot of better opportunities, but because everything's dead and all the leaves are missing from the trees, there's not a ton of places where you'll gain a long advantage. The only advantage you have is if they didn't have bows, which you're not sure.
Let's start hoofing it.
Let's circle back around.
I have hooves.
Do you really?
Sorry about the pun.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So what's your plan?
So I think we should circle back around and catch them while they're following us. If we can't catch them, like, so this is our trail. If we circle around and they're following us, we should be able to catch them at some point. If we circle back around and they're not following us, they're still in the main trail, we'll come behind them.
Yeah, because I have 2 sets of tracks to follow. The ones that we took getting there, which one leads to Hank, and then the other one.
Ooh, that's right. Our tracks here lead to Hank.
Yeah.
We should catch him now. Soon. Before they go find Hank.
Or maybe we could
Maybe we could go back to Hank
and warn him.
and use him as bait.
What?
We could use the wagon as bait. I feel like putting Hank's life unnecessarily at risk doesn't really help us and would only hurt him.
I imagine they're out and after us already. You don't need bait when they're already coming to bite.
Let's use the wagon as bait.
Good. We could also use this cover. They'd have to ride in at us if we were around the other side of the wagon or in the wagon.
Yeah, I just don't see the value added, I guess. I'm not looking forward to causing harm to any of these gentlemen, but it appears that they are intending to prey on those who pass through. And
Their mistake.
Well, let's come back to our original tracks and wait there and see which set of tracks they're following.
Yeah, let's just circle around. And then
If
we can
they-
see which way they're going.
If they head back, then we don't have to worry about it. If they're following us, then
It's fine. They'll catch us and we'll deal with them. If they're following, if they're backtracking our original tracks to Hank, we have to catch up with them quickly and deal with them. It'll be okay.
All right, agreed. Let's go.
Okay. You guys start circling back around behind them?
Mm-hmm.
Or
I
from
think
where...
in front. I want to get in front of them.
Okay.
So we walked this way.
If we circle back, we might.
Basically
back,
headed
took a hard
towards
right.
the wagon again, but through the...
Do we come back around
the
behind
woods.
them or come back?
I feel like if we come behind them, there's a chance they could get to Hank before we do.
Okay, then we'll circle around to the front.
And you're pretty much already circled in front.
Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll do that.
We just have time to wait.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys circle back towards, if they continued walking, they'd get to this point. How long do you wait? 15 minutes passes, they haven't come. At this point, you think they probably would have been here by now.
I think they're following our tracks through the
Through the woods.
woods.
I mean, we look down the road. They're not on the road anywhere.
Not that you can see.
They must be following our tracks through the woods. They must be tracking us.
We should get back to Hank.
It's leading out.
I think we should take care of it now. Why don't you post up in a tree someplace?
Got it.
I'll take control of this horse. Actually, you want to switch horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a slight attachment to Mary?
Slight, yes.
Gary's a bigger horse, I feel like, so I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea.
I feel like the Garys should both be dead together.
Man! Oh, God. Sorry, dude. Horse killer.
So you guys switch horses. You go into a tree. You're still about 20 minutes, 15-minute ride back towards their setup at Farmer Gary's.
So they're not coming down.
You wait another 15 minutes, no one's come by. You're now in a tree, waiting, posted up.
Oh, I wonder if there's one back.
I think they just did go back. They realized they can't follow us. I mean, I don't know why they didn't take our original tracks heading there.
There's not any chance he got ahead of us, is there?
I mean,
No,
we
that's-
can look at the path and see if there's tracks. Are there tracks?
Your tracks.
That's it. Okay, so they didn't get ahead of us.
They must have just given up. Figured it wasn't worth it to come out here. There's a good possibility with us doing what we did, we were leading them into a trap. So they don't know how many of us there were.
What township is this? Is there a sheriff we could call?
Probably.
This far out, probably no. If there was, then somebody would have been responsible for Farmer Gary.
For now, we're the sheriff.
What's that?
For now, we're the sheriff.
Since we don't seem to see him, I think we head back to the wagon and go along our normal path. Avoiding this place, obviously.
Good. I feel not super great about leaving people at my back that want to stab me.
Well, they didn't stab us. If they did have any archers, they didn't
Take any shot.
take
That's
any
true.
shots. They were aggressive to us, but they weren't threatening besides wanting our gold. Once they realized that we didn't have much gold, they probably figured we weren't worth following.
Well, the next person that comes through here.
How many people do you think come through here?
Well, Hank does.
Enough to make it profitable for them to camp out at Farmer Gary's.
Well, if they're huntsmen, maybe they're just...
I think that's a loose term for highway robber.
Have you ever heard that title before, Huntsman? Is that a name that's common that you've heard?
I just think they're hunters, but they probably were...
I think
Since they
they're
had-
robbers. I think hunting has little to do with what they do.
Well, they saw that you had good steel on you, so they didn't take that for what it's worth. They did outnumber us.
I think that if they could have gotten away with taking it from us, they would have.
Well,
I just don't feel that they were active enough to be actively robbing people. If that makes sense. They didn't do anything.
Are there any other farms in this area?
Hank would probably be
Hank
the
would
one to know.
yeah.
I think either way, it's leading us back to Hank.
I just don't want to show up once we get back to the wagon.
If they're not actively following us, then
well, then the
still
fate's going to
snowing.
be the same if we do it now or later. Like, it's
Except
gonna,
later, Hank will be with us.
it's one more person, for what it's worth.
Could be shot with arrows. Or whatever. I just don't feel comfortable about putting Hank in harm's way.
Then ideally, we shouldn't have come out here.
Or we should finish the job now that we're here.
right, so where do you think they are?
They're either behind us in the woods someplace, waiting to see where we go, keeping an eye on us, or they're back at the Farmer Gary's.
Would it be better for you if we wait another half hour and see if they come? If they're not actively coming, then I don't understand why they would
Alright, we'll wait another
stall.
half hour.
You guys wait another half hour. Give me a perception check.
16.
17.
15.
19.
You all succeed as a group. You see one person that comes back until they obviously see you guys from pretty far off. They turn around and move on again.
One of the robbers?
Most definitely the same kind of armor, same horse. It's not easy to make out features, but yeah, you're pretty sure.
And they're coming down the path towards us.
Scouting.
From where the farm is.
They see us and try and go back.
They're a scout.
Yeah.
They sent one ahead. They're coming down the path. They were following our old tracks.
When they see us?
You would think they saw you, because once you saw them, that's
went
about
right
when they
back.
turned around.
We could ride him down.
Let's ride him down.
Alright.
You have Archer. So.
Alright, how far away?
Pretty far.
He's pretty
Full
far.
distance of viewing.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if there's bends in the path, then that could be not too far. If it's a straight shot, it can be really far.
There's some winding, but you would think if he's on the path, he moves as fast as you guys.
Is he more than 300 feet away from us?
Oh yeah,
Alright.
a lot more than 300 feet.
Alright.
If we start galloping, he's going to start galloping, and then we're going to run into his trap.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I'm not fully convinced that they are not holding on to Farmer Gary. It strikes me that if they came across one person who was unable to pay their arbitrary and exorbitant taxes, they may have just held on to him.
They might have other people there, or they might be doing other misdeeds. But when they told us that they didn't know what happened to Farmer Gary, they were telling the truth as far as I could tell. Don't know who else they might have, coerced into staying with them and or be taking their pound of flesh out of it if they couldn't get their money from them. But I don't think they did to Farmer Gary whatever happened to him. I worry about people past and future that are passing down this road that run into him, though.
There's no other farms around here, and a family were to be traveling along and they saw the light,
They would go stop.
They would stop at the farm
Mm-hmm.
and expect common courtesy.
Pay for a meal.
If we have some way to set a trap here, maybe hide out, maybe get a drop on them, maybe at least narrow. If we can take out one or two people, we could at least even the odds. Assuming they're going to be coming back with full force. They probably scouted one ahead just because either A, he was the best at being a lookout, or B, because they didn't want to lose more than one person if they ran into a trap. But if they just see the three of us, they probably head back and just...
Four of us.
Oh, yeah, 4.
And when
Sorry, counting horses.
Before I was born, it was the town of Selenus. A man possessed by a devil named Gaziel took over our town. And for more than a year, he ran that place. And it wasn't until Gloriosa came. And it wasn't pretty. But she went in. And I'm the only one that made it out of that. And sometimes, as grateful as I am, I wonder if she had shown up a little bit earlier. If more could have been saved.
Well, let's go back then.
Let's definitely go back.
Should we wait to see if the scout comes through this way again? I mean, if he's going back to tell him, yeah, it's not worth it, they just stopped. They might not follow us still.
Oh, I say we ride back up on the house, take a post in some trees, the side of the yard. I'll walk up on the horse. I'll do my best to keep them safe. And give them the ultimatum that they should move on. We've decided that we're going to settle in Farmer Gary's and take over the outpost, and if the huntsmen want to keep their steel, their money, and their lives, they should leave.
They do only want the tax if we're passing through.
We're going to stay.
And I don't think we have any intent of passing through.
I think they should pay us fucking tax.
I mean, what are we going to do with tax money?
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about blood.
What are we going to do with blood?
I don't know. Put it in the snow where I usually put it.
Sometimes I think your plans are not that thought out.
Come on, let's go back.
Could we at least fake that we got reinforcements?
I mean, I think that actually we're going to go to them into attacking by there only being 2 or 3 of us out in the clear while Garavon hides in the trees, so we'll look like we have less.
But I mean, like, can we pretend that we have more people hiding in the trees? So
I am not a great liar.
Okay. I have a great liar, if you want.
Yeah.
That's a loot.
Did you get that from your loot stash?
Alright, so we ride back.
The lyre is the harp.
Close enough.
Mm.
They don't know the difference.
No.
I'm like,
Well,
it's a string of things.
You're a great liar about it being a liar.
Right.
Exactly.
So you guys head back.
Mm-hmm.
When you get nearer the cabin, you do know that the trees are clear cut for a good distance, about 50 feet from the cabin itself.
Mm-hmm. That's not bad. You can post up behind one of these trees.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get closer, the smoke is still pouring out of the chimney.
Are the horses still there?
Yeah, except when you get close enough, you see there was one man on a horse on the path. And when he sees you, he rides towards the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do?
You should post up behind one of these trees. I'm going to ride up to the front where they're going to come out and probably accost me. Either of you are welcome to come with me or stay back with Garavon. Can you heal at range?
Aside from the technicality that I don't actually do the healing, yes.
How far?
Holler in distance?
What's that, like
60 feet.
60 feet?
Somewhere in that range.
So why don't you stay with Garavon outside of the front lines? If you'll be able to heal me even if I'm at the front door. If we have to go inside, I'll call you guys up. Art, you with me?
I'll hang back a little bit for now.
Don't you use a sword.
I do, but I can also yell at people.
Art, anybody can yell at people. Swords are much better than yelling.
For now, I think I might be better off staying a little bit further back.
So you'll leave me to deal with all 5 of the ruffians on my own. Fair enough. Well, then that is what it is.
I'll go with you.
Time to be taken. No, you should wait in the woods. What happens next won't be pretty.
He's correct, which is why I must come with you.
I think that's a good idea, Merritt.
Merritt, let's keep you back here.
That's fine. I'll be fine.
We go now?
No.
All right. As you start walking forward, I cast Bless on you.
Bless is for 3 of us. You can pick 3.
It is for 3.
You and you.
Okay. Cool.
I cast Bless on all 3 of you.
Sweet.
What does that mean?
Means that we add a D4 to when we rolled a hit.
Oh, yeah.
So we're
These
even
people
better.
are going to die so
Attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah, it's bad for them.
For as long as I concentrate for up to a minute, which is 10 rounds. I'm
Do I
assuming
feel
at least one
anything when
round
you
we'll be talking.
cast Bless on me?
Do you say anything?
Yeah, it's verbal, somatic, and material. So I hold up my little
Symbol.
medallion and...
The medallion looks like your shirt.
Mhm. And you probably don't hear what I say, but I'm definitely... I close my eyes and mutter a prayer. And then you guys each...
When he says the prayer, you feel a warmth go into your chest and through your blood, and it surges through all the way to your fingertips, that feeling of like when you stood up and your legs tingling, but all the way through for half a second, and you feel just a very calming warmth.
I will also cast Shield of Faith on myself. Sweet.
And you guys head towards the cabin. You're still a couple 100 feet from the clearing itself.
Oh, I would wait a little bit on the bless.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until we get right up.
Last a minute
Yeah.
or an hour?
A minute.
So you'll do it eventually when you get closer.
Yeah, you can do it as a bonus action. You can do it the first round of combat.
And I'm going to find a tree.
That's right outside the clearing, I'm assuming, nearish. You can
Mhm.
fire from a great distance.
300 feet.
So, it's up to you how far away you want to be from the cabin.
I just want to have, like, maybe 50 feet back into the
So the
woods.
trees are clear cut 50 feet. That would be like one of the nearer trees to the cabin.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to ride up. I'm by my lonesome.
Then I'm going to set up a battlefield.
Yep.
Because that's what it sounds like.
It does.
But who knows? Maybe you'll talk to him. So you guys are on horse. We'll make these represent the
I
horses.
can take it with featherfall.
Here's Gary. Is that Gary?
Oh, God.
Here's Mary.
Carrie and Mary.
I'm sure
Jacob.
Jacob's back a little
Oh,
bit.
no.
Oh, so Jacob's in safety.
I'm kindly. I lash into the tree back here.
Garavon's on the ground again, back and forth. Garavon.
Yep.
As you get closer, you're not quite in the tree, so I will have you roll it, because once you get close is when things start going.
So you're going to have to roll to climb the tree.
You guys get to the clearing, and the door opens.
Yep.
Out steps the man you were talking to. He smiles. He's like, "So, you've come to pay your taxes, I see." He's got sword in hand.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to clear my sword from the scabbard and saunter up on the horse. In fact, no, I would dismount.
Okay.
You're trying your best not to get him killed, right?
Yeah, I dismount. And I say, actually, we've decided it's time for you to leave. We're going to take the house over. We're not passing through. We're moving in.
It's like, "I don't think that's going to happen." And he goes, swing on his blade, and it wreathes in flame.
Damn it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
And he
Well.
smiles.
I guess we're going to do this then.
As you do that, everyone roll initiative.
I'm like, get Garavon now.
14.
And a 5.
Do you have advantage?
Oh, yeah.
Did you roll
You have
twice?
advantage
Oh, I have advantage.
on initiative, yeah.
7, so 14, and then
You got a
3,
5, Josh?
so 17.
Yeah, 17. I got a 5.
10.
So when he lights the sword on fire, I'm like, Garavon now. Now, Garavon.
Go, 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 go.
That's the sign. This is the sign now.
Are you gonna?
This is going to suck.
I'm going to take this guy out in one hit.
I'm going to take a sword. That's a nice sword. Why don't you give it to me?
Did he set it on fire, or does the sword just set it itself on fire?
Well, if it's a flaming sword, then what happens is it's a +1 up and that lights on fire when he does his thing, and when he hits you with it, it's an extra 2d6 of flaming damage, which is shitty. Yeah, it's shitty. It's gonna be bad.
Okay.
Hope he doesn't hit me.
So
You have 20 AC.
Now I do.
So it's-
what'd you roll? 17?
Unless he beats it out of me.
You're gonna go ahead of him.
Yep, concentration.
Yeah, that means you get the goods.
Yeah, advantage fuck his face up.
He's going to just...
All right, Garavon. Once again, you managed to be first in combat. As you say that, this chamber up here. Well, it's not even a chamber. It's more like I told you there was a
couple
center
stories.
story.
Yeah.
The windows
Swing
fly
it.
open with shutters.
Oh.
And you see a crossbow at each window pointing downward.
At me.
Well, at you right now.
Yeah. I'm like, Garavon, do it now.
Well,
It's your turn.
I'm going to definitely go for the guy with the sword first.
Okay.
But I have to get up into the tree.
I thought you were up in the tree already.
No,
Oh,
because as you guys are
Maybe-
getting here, it's going down.
You know
fuck it,
what?
just do it now.
I'm not going to climb the tree.
Yeah, just do it.
You could climb the tree with your movement, and you can use your action to shoot. Does that make sense? So you can shoot, move. You can move, shoot.
If he fails to climb the tree, is it going to impede his action to be able to shoot?
Shoot first.
Depends how bad he fails and why.
Yeah, shoot first.
Just shoot first.
Why, how, and when? You know, does
Yeah.
he fall prone or?
Shoot.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot first.
You advantage, and you have a plus a d4.
Oh,
So
hunter's
your
mark.
Little,
Hunter's mark. Sharpshooter.
yep, because you get that little d4.
And then the little D4, which
To
is this
attack.
guy.
Yep. And so
So
you
you
can
only
roll
roll
that
that
once.
Now, are you going to use sharpshooter? That
Yes.
reduces your attack by 5.
No, I am going to do sharpshooter.
Okay. You get
So-
advantage because you
going
are
first?
rolling first
Mm-hmm.
in
Okay,
combat.
So
First turn.
D20 first.
2 times, yep.
6.
20.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah, you don't need to roll a d4.
Nope.
So roll a d6 and a d8.
Wow. All right. So, Garavon, no.
The d6 is right there, and the d8
Puts
is right
it
next
in
to
a
it.
nostril.
6 and
8.
That's an 8, yep. Now roll those and times it by 2.
8 times 2 is
16 plus 15. 31. You put it in his eye. I'm like, do it now. And it's like, arrow shows up in his eye magically. I'm like, fuck yeah. Thanks, bro.
Oh, 100 mark.
Did you send
Oh,
him
the
with
heart
32
mark
hit
damage.
Did
points?
we, is the D6 the 100 mark?
Yeah.
Plus,
Okay, gotcha.
plus humanoids, right?
Oh,
We
yeah.
all count.
we already
We
counted
already
that.
counted that.
So, this is
okay.
what happens.
This is what happens. Everyone
You
up.
do shoot him. It's not through the eye. But it is right through the crook and crannies of his armor, right into his gullet, in his stomach. It's, and it lands there, and he's like,
Yeah, I bet he is.
he looks over at you in the trees, and as he does that, he's ready to charge out, while 2 guys reach over and grab him and pull him into the cabin itself.
Yeah, they're like, oh, fuck.
He's on his feet.
Sucks.
I mean, you fucked his life up pretty bad.
And you do have cover. I'm going to give you cover because you're behind the tree, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
So 1 shot's going towards you from the window.
I'm going to raise my shield up.
1 shot's going towards you because you're right there in
Right.
front.
I'm like,
Like, hi guys, how's it going? So, what's your AC? Plus 5.
Lose.
19. Me?
19.
19.
Looks pretty good.
19 and 20.
The first shot misses.
20.
That shot hits.
Shitty.
Sorry. You're
I'm
rolling
like,
really well.
and it's like, get a shield in the chest. I'm like, oh, fuck.
You raise your arm and it takes you in the
Yeah, in the armpit. I'm like, oh, no.
Take 7 crossbow damage, and it's like right into you.
Okay.
The door closes. Ka-choo!
Not for long, no.
As they shoot, you see them do this movement out the window back. Full, total cover. 100% cover.
Yeah.
Means they can't be targeted with anything.
Right, they get down behind the wall.
Merritt.
So I see that.
The cabin is now closed up. There
I'm gonna go
are
through the door
two
in a minute.
shutters that have been shunted open, and you can't really see anything else. There's horses that are outside still.
Okay.
One is loose, and
What's the building made out of?
bolts for it. It's like poof, out towards the forest. It didn't get tied up.
What's the building made out of?
Logs. It's a log cabin. It's dense logs, though. Like if you're
I'm
gonna
aware
try
of
to
this.
light them, you know
Yeah.
it'll take a long time to light.
If you're up against the wall, you can't get shot with a crossbow bolt.
Can you make it that far?
If I
Double
double
dash.
move, I can.
Oh yeah. You do that.
I got
You run right towards the side of the
I was hoping
building.
you would heal my armpit arrow.
I will.
Okay. I guess you're going in with me.
Deloran.
Okay, so I'm going to move up and kick the door open.
All right. So you start kicking the door. It seems pretty solid. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Is it locked? Did you check the lock first?
I imagine they would lock it. I mean, I don't know. I haven't checked
You
it.
don't
I'm
have
just
to
going to kick it.
assume, right?
Ugh. It's 11.
11.
So strong.
Yeah.
Kick it. And you feel a little as it barely cracks on your first kick.
Okay. I'm going to kick it again in my next action.
Yep.
Because that was my action.
Okay.
Smash. I keep my shield over my head.
It's not the best angle.
That's good.
You can't really see the windows from here, and
That's
means
good
that they
sign.
can't
Can't
see
see
you
me,
from
yeah.
here.
Oh, FYI, you can use your reaction to hold your action until they pop out. So if they pop out the window, you can shoot them then.
Yeah, if you want to hold your action until something happens,
Okay.
you would set a trigger. Like, if someone shows their face in that window, I shoot.
Oh yeah, I definitely am gonna be doing
But that would be your action, so when it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artegan, you're still on Mary, your horse.
I'm gonna you start off by doing a healing word. I'll be like, "Hey, you're doing great."
He gives you a cheer.
All right.
You
Now it's
barely
like-
kick the door. You're doing great.
4.
4 health.
Thanks.
And I will ready my action. I'll do vicious mockery when I see one of them poke their head out.
Okay.
You're not doing great.
Take care of
So,
it.
I'm gonna hold my action, and I'm gonna wait for.
So what you'll do on your turn is you have a bonus action, a movement action. You can still move, although you're in the tree. And then your action would be to ready an action. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
So you can move and you can do bonus stuff, and then your action would be, I set a trigger for this thing to happen.
you might want to come down here with us because we're going to go in.
Right.
Well, I never climbed up to the tree.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. You didn't climb up the tree.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
so you
I
just
suppose.
want to move up? You can move 30.
Yeah, let's go about halfway there so I can see the windows.
So you want to move up where you're still within line of sight of the windows.
And then, so can I have do I have to be focused on one window or one
You could
place?
say
I
when
can just.
someone
You
looks
say,
at it.
when I see this thing, I want to do this thing. It should be somewhat specific trigger, though. You can't be like,
Okay. When I see that door open, I'm gonna have my.
so you're more focused on the door or the windows?
I'm gonna be more focused on the door right
So
now.
you
Okay.
won't ready your action for the windows.
Just let you ready it for when I get the door open,
Right.
you're going to shoot into the...
Okay.
Right.
And it's their turn. So,
And do I have to say sharpshooter?
when you
Awesome.
attack. Actually,
And
yeah, I
it's
think
Hunter's
you would
Mark.
say it before you attack.
Yeah.
You like butchering people. You like...
Your Hunter's Mark's already on him, and it's still on him.
Sure.
It stays on him unless you
You
cast it
can
again or kill
move
him.
it if you cast it again.
Oh, okay.
Or if he dies.
It's not if you cast it again. You can just move your target. Oh, yeah, when he dies.
When you
Mhm.
move it.
Okay.
He's still alive.
He has to die, or you have to recast.
Yep.
All right. Well, first let's start with the archers do pop out. You're waiting.
Dang it.
It's like, hey, you, what's your name?
What's your name? All right.
I suppose he doesn't have time to...
No, you have to mock him.
It's not a knock-knock joke.
Okay.
Mock him, man. Mock him.
Yeah, you suck.
You suck.
Well, he has to make a wisdom save.
Oh. What's your DC?
It'll be 13, I think.
So he does make it.
Okay. Well, then it doesn't do anything. So.
Oh, you're like, you suck! His crossbow is aimed towards you!
That's the downside of faceless mockery.
Yeah.
It goes wide and flies right past you and the horse into the ground.
See, I told you.
Wow.
The other one, you're still within line of sight, Gareth.
Your AC is half mine. How does he miss you?
Rolled 6.
Oh, nice.
He does hit you, Gareth.
Slip.
For 9 damage.
Not so good. Yeah, man. You just caught an arrow in your lung. Way to catch it with your face. It's bad.
You better get that damn door open right now.
I'm working on it, man. Seriously, I really am.
All right, let me see something for you. Okay. The door swings open.
Sweet.
It's not your turn.
I know.
The door swings open. It looks like someone opened it from the inside, but you don't see who that is. But you do see your favorite friend with the flaming sword. His hand is cold and icy, and as it opens, an ice bolt comes out towards you.
Sweet. Garavon gets to shoot him, too.
It is true. So your reaction.
This goes now. Bam.
You were holding your action until the door opened.
Roll the d4, too.
You do see him,
Yes, that'll add to
but you
your...
do not get to roll your d20 twice, so do you want to use sharpshooter or not?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
Nice.
21 to hit.
This guy's fucked. Roll a d6 and a d8 and add 15.
6, this is the 8 right
Yep.
here.
Yeah.
Have you ever missed?
7 plus
Once.
15.
My first shot.
22.
22 damage on top of the 32 the first time around. Fucking this
unless, unless he healed when he was
All
inside.
right, tell me how he dies.
Put it in his eye. Seriously.
It's definitely in his eye.
The door
So
opens.
good.
This
And he's like,
cold, icy
I'm like, oh,
ray is about to shoot out at you at the same time that an arrow enters his skull right past you. It's like, and when it hits, he looks at you, and his eye kind of does that twitch, and his eye over here starts to slough with his face, and the ice dissipates as the sword clatters to the ground, flameless and cold. He hits his knees, and you see the guy by him drop his sword. He's like, "Okay, we're done. We surrender."
And as well, I laugh. Garavon!
Say your own name when you fucking up. That's great.
Jesus.
Okay, so this guy wants to surrender?
He drops his sword. The other guy behind him is holding his sword. He looks a little more not so sure about this plan, but he has not used his action. He's holding.
Can I get to the guy in the back?
There's 2 guys in there.
Yep, there's the guy that's closer to me, and he's like, we're done.
Yep.
The guy in the back still has a sword in his hand.
Yeah, he's doing the holding back.
Can I get to him?
Yeah, you can get to him.
I get to him.
On your turn.
It is your turn.
Merrick.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, it's your turn. Okay.
Okay, so I will go in.
Why did I set up this battlefield, Matt? Tell me this.
Because Garavon.
All right, sorry, Merritt. Go again.
I'm gonna step inside and look at the one who's surrendering and say, "Tell your men to drop their weapons, and I'll do what I can."
They're not my men. We followed Luther. Stop! Don't attack! And the guy behind him's still a little apprehensive. He's not wanting to do anything.
That's all I'm gonna do. Actually, I will, as a bonus action, ask for some healing on your behalf. And give you 4 hit points.
Me?
Yes.
Thank you, Paylor.
You have a bolt in your stomach.
Yeah, right.
So 9.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in next.
Okay, it's your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk in and stride past the guy who's not hurt.
So that guy, act as if the wood's not there,
Yeah, okay.
because that's an upper floor. He's back here.
So these guys are still upstairs.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So where's
When
the
you
guy?
walk in, it's a very large, open area in this cabin. There's one dividing wall you can tell on the back with a door back here. He's up against this wall right here.
Mhm.
If there ever was furniture or anything, crates, barrels, whatever
all
was in
gone.
here, it's all gone. It's all been ransacked. In fact, some of the inside looks like it's been charred with some kind of fire, but it hasn't been burnt down.
Okay. I'll walk past the guy who doesn't have a sword anymore. And I'm gonna walk up to the guy that still has his sword.
Is your sword drawn?
Yeah.
He swings.
Okay.
He was holding his action, and if anyone walked to him with their weapon, he would swing.
All right. Fair enough.
He's like, "Ah!" The first attack is a miss.
King.
He swings again.
It's 2 attacks?
Multi-attack.
That's horrible.
Yes, fighter.
But he misses again.
All right. So King.
And he has this fear in his eyes.
Well, that's bad for him.
That was his reaction, so you used your movement.
Mm-hmm.
You now have your action.
I am going to smash him to the ground with my shield. Shield smash.
Your favorite move.
It is. I do it horribly well. I'm so bad at it. For an 8.
Oh no.
You push him up against the wall, and he looks a little shocked, but he stands on his feet.
So like, bam.
Like, bink!
Slap. And I'm going to axe him.
All right.
16.
That is a hit.
Takes 8 damage.
8 damage. So you cleave into the shoulder blade. Shing! And your sword stays there for half a second until you pull it out wet with blood and you hear the metal shink as it comes out.
Drop your weapon, we might let you live.
You say after you stab him.
Yep.
Artegan.
Well, I am now the only one outside.
No,
For the
I'm
most
still
part.
up.
Garrett's
Oh.
out there.
Yeah,
and
I'm still-
Merritt's
well,
still out there.
they're
Actually,
all-
he's the only one inside.
I'm the only one in the
I went inside.
Oh,
Did you?
yeah, that's
Okay,
right. He went
because-
around and he was like, hey, tell your guys to be cool and I might be able to stop the killing.
I will move close.
Yeah, Mary.
And I'll do vicious mockery on the guy who looks like he's still fighting. Be like, hey, do you see what we did to your boss? You should probably drop your sword now. Oh, and then he has
Just
to
make
make a wisdom save.
Oh god.
He doesn't even pay attention.
Okay.
He's
Gotta
so,
work on your smack talk.
I guess so.
gotta talk more smack.
Talk more smack, yeah.
Garrett of all.
Well, I'm gonna have to go inside.
Yes, you could take a shot from there, but I
Oh
would
wait,
give them
are
cover.
there people still in the windows?
So they did the same thing. Pop out, shoot,
Go back.
back to cover. Full cover. They're playing it smart behind the windows.
That's a good idea on their part. Because Garavon's deadly right now. until he starts running once. So I'm gonna. Who's all inside again? It doesn't matter. I don't know.
Deloran went in. Merritt went in. There was a guy at the door that you killed. There was a guy right behind him that dropped his sword. That's all you could see from here. If you moved up, you could see a little better.
I'm gonna definitely move up.
Okay.
To the doorway.
Okay, so you get to the door. You make it in one movement action. You look in and you see Deloran having it out with one guy. His sword just pulled out of his shoulder blade. It's dripping blood. The guy seems to be attacking in a frenzy. The other guy backed up to the wall at this point. Doesn't look like he wants anything to do with it. His sword is on the ground.
Oh, shit.
And he's yelling. He's like, "Stop! Stop fighting! Stop! We surrender!" And the guy's still fighting.
Yeah, well, that guy in the back does not want to control if he was fighting me.
I'm going to ready my bow. So is there a staircase? Do I see a staircase from the top to the bottom?
You don't see a staircase here. You do see a dividing wall and a door in that back corner right there.
I am going to ready my bow at that door.
If the door opens, do you do something?
You killed the first little girl that
I
wants
will
her.
definitely
Slay the hostages! They don't have hostages anymore.
One of their men, sharpshooter,
That'd be my move.
Into that doorway if someone comes out of that doorway.
headhunter, hunter's mark, sharpshooter.
Understood. Right about here is where the chimney is, and it goes all the way up through. Well, actually, sorry, right about here, because it goes through this roof as
I
well.
think it's a bonus action to move Hunter's Mark to a new person, so...
Oh yeah, if you want to move your hunter's mark to anyone.
You can only move it to guys that you can see right now.
Okay.
So you could move it to the guy he's fighting if you want to hit him, but...
Does it have to happen when they die?
No, it's just a bonus action afterwards up to the limit of the spell.
Cool. So you can move your hunter's mark to anyone you can see.
Or you can wait to do it later.
I'm going to definitely wait right now.
Okay, so you would want to move... Well, it's a bonus action, so you can't do it as part of your hold, if that makes sense.
But you can do like if you shoot a guy and don't kill him in the doorway, you can put it on next turn.
Right.
Okay.
If they don't die.
So you're going to hold at the door and make sure no one comes through uninvited.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to go.
I'm ready.
So he's still fighting. He's swinging his sword in a frenzy. And he isn't even speaking coherent words. Like, that's a natural one.
So no.
And what's that? No and no. And he moves his body into a position where you'll have advantage on your attack. He's flailing about. He's against the wall. You just pulled your sword out, and he basically took a counter riposte on himself.
That's horrible. Okay.
It's Merritt's turn.
All right.
I'm gonna run towards him and get between the two of them and say, "I said stop!" and actually command him to drop his weapon on a will save.
Oh, the guy.
Yep.
As he's flailing about and he counter riposts himself, he just looks over him, freezes in place. And he has this grimace on his face as he was swinging. It's a really awkward, like, freeze frame in the movie. Like,
Pause it there.
Yeah. Okay.
Deloran.
So he's not fighting me anymore.
Nope.
Did he drop the weapon or did he just stop?
He stopped.
I'm gonna put my sword away, grab his sword, and throw it across the room.
Give me an athletics.
All right.
It's a contested.
Oh, now I roll well in athletics. 23.
You pluck the sword out of his hand as if he's a child.
I'm like, give me that.
Take the toy sword and boom,
Throw it
throw it
across
across the room. It clatters at the ground
Killing
at the
the
guy's
surrender
feet.
guy.
The other guy's like, and it like ting, 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 ting.
I tell him, sit down and stay here, and we won't kill you.
as he stands there and looks at you.
And then I come over
I made
here
him
to the
stop.
doorway.
Artegan.
Is there a place to tie off a horse there?
I mean, Gary's just hanging out.
Is he?
For right now.
Yep.
Gary's got a crossbow bolt in his ass.
Gary is now taking off.
Bye, Gary. Hey, he's not dead.
It's gonna be me and Jacob.
You
I'll
see
get
him running
another
off.
one.
And
I look in there and I see
Over
things
here.
are going pretty well. I'll take off after the.
You gonna go get Gary?
Okay.
Oh, great.
And I'll try to calm him down. Whoa, whoa.
Okay. Gary took off. It wasn't looking like he bolted, but he did leave, and you catch up to him this round. You can roll your animal handling. You guys are out like right by this tree over here.
Is it bless also included in this or no?
It's
Is it just
saving
attacks?
It's attack
throw.
rolls and saves.
Oh, well. That's a 5.
Yeah, kick him.
Yeah, you're like,
Stop!
yeah.
Stop! Stop!
Gary's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Gary still trots along. It actually looks like he picks up the pace a little bit.
Nice. He's like, this is crazy man yelling at me. I better go
No
faster.
one came through the door.
No one came through the door.
I'm
Do
about
I-
to go up there though.
Deloran's at the door, but he hasn't opened.
Well, what's around me? I
Around
see one guy that is.
The dude that you pincushion.
This guy has stopped moving.
To an armed man.
It looked unnatural. That guy is over there in the corner now. He's managed to put himself all the way in the corner of the building.
Right here.
No sword. Nope. All the way over in the stone.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, that's the whole building.
Okay, and he's just like,
And he's back in there. He's like, you look at him, and he looks at you, and he's like,
he doesn't watch it.
They've been following Luther out of fear and just killed him in 12 seconds.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
they were
like,
watching when the
no,
first
no,
arrow hit.
no,
They were
no.
watching when the second arrow hit. They're good.
he just sees you. He's like, all of a sudden his boots are wet. He's like,
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna ready my bow for the door
okay.
and
Wait for
sharpshooter.
if anyone pops out unexpectedly.
Yep.
Okay. Merit. Well, the guy is over there in the corner. This guy, does he get a roll again? On command?
It
it just
only
lasts
lasts
for one
around.
round.
Yeah, just one.
So that's till the
round.
end of his turn?
Yeah. Well,
they-
his next action, he does whatever he's commanded to do.
Does he still get a move?
No.
Well,
This is what should have happened. He commands him. On the guy's next action, he does what he tells him to do, and then he ends his turn.
ends his turn then.
Yeah.
So he stopped. He
Okay.
ends his turn.
Yep. And his next turn, he'll be
Yeah.
better.
So, what do you do?
He. I just put my hand on his not hacked shoulder, the other one, and just say, "Sit down, son. We'll get this taken care of."
Give me a persuasion.
Unfortunately, my eyes flare with the devil's light.
You like grab the wound. You're like, we'll take care of it. He's
So
like,
he did the opposite shoulder. So
Yeah,
what do
I
you
did the
say?
opposite shoulder, and
What do you
what
do?
do I say?
you rolled the one.
I rolled a 1.
And you don't have any inspiration.
And so he's
He
looking.
does have
He's looking at a
Oh, he
devil.
does?
But he doesn't have to use it.
Hey, I have inspiration.
I didn't use that.
I don't
Well,
know.
remember I gave you one at the beginning of this game for writing
All the
whole
notes.
Oh
diary,
yeah.
Okay.
for writing a journal, for printing everything. You know.
What would merit?
Yeah, Merritt would want to not tell this. Yeah.
To die.
Yeah.
So
So
13.
13.
Persuasion.
yeah.
You put your hand on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He has this dumbfounded.
And I say, "You're gonna be okay. Sit down, and we'll get this taken care of."
Deloran.
I tried the door. Is it open?
It's unlocked. Well, you open the door and it doesn't seem like there's a lock in the first place.
I open the door. I go up.
So, when you open the door, there's a stairwell that goes this way.
Okay.
And as
Like
you
this?
look in the stairwell, there's two guys now at the top with crossbows. They're like holding. When you open the door, they do speak.
Okay, what do they say?
Stay right there. We don't want to kill you.
Your friends have been subdued. If you come down and lay down your arms, we might let you live. Probably. But if you don't, I'm going to come up there and kill you.
Are you trying to intimidate them?
I am.
What role is that?
Or are you trying
roll
to make sure
babble?
they shoot?
I'm trying to intimidate them.
Incite violence?
Speak good. Fail. Damn it. So I rolled an 8. So I'm like, why don't you shoot me, motherfuckers? That's actually what I say.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Was it a 20?
I'm sorry.
I'm always getting this is the 3rd crit so far. I'm a level 2 character. I can't deal with this shit. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Just do it.
You're
Your
just
next
like,
one better not be an asshole.
I open the door and I'm like, if you come down, we might not kill you.
Oh, my God. Well, you warned me.
Yeah.
Oh.
In accordance with the law. You announced yourself.
Just do it. Just do it.
That's not too bad. Take 7 damage as a
okay.
crossbow clean through grazes your neck.
Okay.
And
So far. Next one, yep.
not a natural 20.
Thank God.
That one goes right into the wall behind you where the stairwell ends.
Oh, fuck these guys.
It's like boom, boom. As they do that, they each go and ratchet their crossbolt.
Yep.
And the other guy that shot, he's like, "Don't come any further.
Fuck that.
We can make a deal."
He shot me. There's no deal. I go up
It's
the
not your
stairs. It was my turn. I opened the door.
Oh,
Went
that's
in.
right. You got reacted on.
Yeah. I go
Okay.
up the stairs. Those fuckers.
All right.
I get right in their face.
All right. It is your turn.
It's my
what
turn.
do you do?
I axed the one that shot me. First, I'm trying to shield bash him down. Slam.
Okay.
For natural 20.
Oh,
It was like,
I was like,
ding.
so I'm like, wham!
When
I
you
smash him
do
to the
that, you
ground.
knock him to the ground and you smash him as he was reloading his crossbow, and the bolt flies away. It hits the ground.
Okay, then I smite him. Oof. For 17.
17 is a hit. Did you roll your d4?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I guess it doesn't matter. But
Doesn't
don't
matter.
forget that.
So 19.
It's still a hit. I don't know why I said that.
Death to my enemies. Smite! Oh my god. Fucking roll snake eyes.
Are you playing my game? That's my enemies.
I am surprisingly incompetent.
For 7 damage. 7, so I'm just like, slam them like, I stick it in him a little bit.
Just a tip.
Just a tip.
Just so we can feel how it feels.
Right. Don't worry, you'll get used to it, buddy.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, no. Well, at least he's on the ground. But double one.
Whole 7 damage.
Fuck.
Artegan. Gary's taken off. You can keep pace with him at this point, but he's
Gary's
running
out.
full on into the forest.
I don't have time for this.
Sleep.
I was actually thinking about that.
Sleep, Gary.
Well, he's at a full trot.
Sleep, Gary. Oh, the best thing is you wouldn't. You'd sleep Mary because she probably has less hit points than Gary.
I mean, you could.
Not if I cast it far enough away.
That's true.
Yeah, you can choose.
You have to catch a break.
It's my action to try to calm him down, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Unless you want to stop and you just want to sleep him into the dirt, you can
Yeah,
do that.
I'll just sleep him into the dirt. Why not?
I've never seen this. All right, so you cast sleep. You hang back a little as Gary gets a little further away. That way you
You
don't
want me
hit
to roll it?
yourselves. Yeah, you definitely have to roll it.
5d8.
First one is 8. Let me know if I should keep going. 5,
13,
7.
20.
You're good.
Okay.
So Gary's in full trot as you're like, Gary, stop. And an energy pulses around your hand, and you see it ring around Gary for half a second, like swing. And Gary does that dive you see in movies where horses are charging into battle into the front line. And it's that like full sideways. And he hits the snow and passes out.
Catch up to him and grab him by the reins. I guess that's my turn.
That was interesting.
Run from me, motherfucker, sleep.
The important thing is Gary's still...
The guy that lost his bolt. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
What's he trying to do?
Putting his foot on your chest. Boom!
He has disadvantage if he's prone, right?
He stands up.
Okay.
And he's above you, so he actually has advantage when he does it.
Ah, that's shitty. I go downstairs.
What'd you roll?
I got 12.
You rolled a 13.
Yep.
He puts his foot on your chest and pushes you down the stairs, and you guys hear, blah, 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 I won't kill you. And then,
Sloop! Death to my enemies!
Up the stairs, death to my enemies! And then you hear, as you see him fall down the stairs, and he hits the wall, and you can now just see Deloran's face as he's back up against the wall, and you take a d6 worth of damage.
All right. That's fair.
5.
He's gonna beat the shit out
Oh,
of me.
on your sword.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like, ugh.
The sword clatters to the ground right next to you.
15 hit points down.
And the other guy.
What's your max?
20. Yeah, it's not good.
What's your AC?
20.
It actually rings off your armor. It's like, bing! And it ricochets off your armor into the wall and sticks there. And the guy that kicked you is now reloading his crossbow.
Standing up is going to take half my movement.
Yep. They'll say again, all right, we warned you. Stay down there.
I'm going to go back this way.
You walk out the door.
Yeah, I was going to come over and actually drag you out. If you were
Instead, if I go over there, I'm going to lay on hands for 10.
Okay. He's not
Where's
having
the
a good day over here.
Nope. And I'm going to say, if you don't come down and lay down your arms, we'll just burn the building down around you.
Merit.
I'll attempt to intimidate them again.
So yeah, I'm going to come to the base of the door, not stick my head out, and say, 2 of your compatriots are here and have complied. If you would like to join them, we can grant you safe passage.
I grumble at that since I like heel out the crossbow on my shoulder. Like, me.
Throw it on the ground. It's like,
And then I will wait. Does that count as persuasion?
are you trying to persuade him?
Yeah.
Okay, roll
I'm
it.
trying to get them not to keep on fighting. Unfortunately, it's a 7. 8, 9. No, that's a 9.
Oh.
So, that was your turn. Deloran.
I pull a torch from my bag.
Alright, so you pull the torch out.
Yeah, that's a free movement, right? It's a free action for my movement.
It's in your bag,
So not so much.
so not so much.
Okay, then I don't pull it out. But I tell them, listen, if you don't come down and lay down your arms, we're going to burn the building down with you upstairs.
And are you
I'm
just
gonna
telling them this, or are you
I'm going to
attempting
intimidate
to
them.
Okay. It's getting harder and harder each time.
18 plus 5 is 23.
You hear one of them shout. Well, let's do Artegan first.
Oh, well, I'm next to the horse, right?
You are. Gary is passed out.
I will grab him by the reins and
Looks
try.
unharmed. That's good. He biffed it into the
Didn't
snow.
break
It was
his
pretty
neck
deep.
when
He
he
didn't break
fell.
his leg, would be the worst thing. And you grab his reins?
Yep, grab his reins. I figure he's probably pretty docile since he's sleeping.
Yep.
And just grab him both by the reins and try to wake him up. Make sure that Mary doesn't take off, too.
Give me an insight.
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
20.
It might be best to tie him up something first, because
He's still spooked.
he's probably spooked more than he was before. Because the last thing you remember before you go to sleep
Was running away.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll tie him up.
Okay. So you take the reins, and they barely reach around some thick branches that are coming out of a dead bush that's right next to him. They should probably hold.
Okay. I'll
You
leave my
can tie up
thing.
the reins. Anything else you want to do?
Unless I can wake him up, I think tying the reins is probably my action.
Because you'd
Just
use an
taking
actual
care of-
slap.
Yeah, I'm outside.
Or maybe not slapping.
Yeah.
So,
I'm probably going to be outside for a
Garavon.
couple.
Okay,
rounds.
so I'm in the doorway, right?
You're here.
Okay, so
They're over there.
right. There's 2 windows above me. How tall are they? Like, how far up is it?
Well, it's about a 10-foot climb up the first
And
story.
is it climbable?
Yeah, it's a log cabin. It's pretty climbable.
I'm going to definitely try to climb up the,
Okay.
the
Roll your
farther.
athletics. It's not as easy as a tree because there's not branches to
Right.
grab on, but it's not hard like a
So
sheer
athletics
surface.
is
Use your arrows.
I've been rolling my smites wrong. My smites are a 3d8, not a 2d8.
Nice.
17.
Oh,
plus
yeah.
Whatever.
You deftly grip into each crevice in the logs and go right up. And you get up to the first story. Takes you 20 of your movement speed of total. So you have 10 left. And each square is 5 movement. But you can see through the window, and you see through this window right here, these 2 guys at the stairwell right there pointing down. They're not actually paying attention to you.
So I'm gonna climb through the window.
So you can get here with your first movement. And then your second movement's going to be climbing through the window.
Yeah,
You're going to try to do it silently?
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you can move half your movement speed silently.
Okay.
You climb into the window, but make a stealth check.
11.
11?
Plus
What's stealth?
5.
Oh, yeah. Plus your...
Oh yeah,
16.
I got stealth. So 16. Thank you.
Mhm.
How many times does this get to roll?
they get to roll badly.
Disadvantage. They're worried about me. Come back up the stairs.
They don't even
I'm
turn
pissed
their
off.
head towards you.
Nice.
So they just keep their crossbows.
And then I have an
pointed to the
action,
stairwell.
right?
Nope, because that was your
That was your
second
second
action
move.
was to
that
move
was
in.
my- Okay.
Yeah.
You have now crept into here. In here, there is a pile of bags in the corner back here. There's a couple barrels and crates over here. Looks like there's some gold that's been piled into that corner over there. And this is where they've been holing up from what you can tell.
Awesome.
It is their turn. You're at the bottom of the stairs still.
Yep. I intimidated them for 23.
23. And I'm going to say you crept up here like there's a couple barrels and a crate right in this end. You're hiding out there
Okay.
as best you can.
And I said to them, if you don't come down, we're going to burn the place down around you.
So one of them does shout down. He's like, why don't we make a deal?
That's the deal. If you come down and lay down your arms, we'll let you leave. If
Tell you
don't-
what, why don't we make a deal? We'll give you half of what we got, and we'll call it a day, and we won't tell the huntsman about you guys.
I don't think you understand. If you don't come down and lay down your arms, you're not telling anybody anything.
That's what they say. Merit.
Like, I'm in favor of just shooting me with arrows and shit. That arrow guy shot me twice with the fucking arrow. I'm sure he's the one that shot me before when I was outside in the yard too, right in the armpit.
Even if he wasn't in your mind.
In my mind, he is. Yeah, fuck this dude.
He's a good shot.
He needs to go.
The kid in front of me, I am going to say, if you care for your friends, help us convince them to come down peaceably. And then I Say,
He's like, look, half of what we got's a lot. Just take it and we can go on.
I am in favor of this. What we need to do is get everyone together and calm. And I'd also like to cast Healing Word so that his shoulder looks better.
All right.
Is
that this guy?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still getting shot over here.
Not anymore.
That's why I'm telling him to assist in this process. And I heal him for 7, actually.
That's exactly what he took.
Yeah. So I knitted all that together. Pale dress.
That was your turn.
Deloran through me. Okay. Listen. If you come down here and put down your weapons, we can talk. If you don't, I'm going to light the building on fire. I don't know how much more clear I can be.
It's not their turn anyways. Artegan, you're outside.
Now I pulled the torch out.
Gary's still asleep. You think the reins will hold? Do you want to go back or do you want to hang out with Gary?
I think I'll actually tie them both off and walk back to the house.
So you walk back to the house. You can make it halfway there.
Okay. These guys are probably tied up over here.
Yeah.
I have a torch out now this time.
You lighting it?
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to take an action to light it.
That's fine.
Light your.
Because all I did was talk on my turn. So I light the torch.
Garavon's gonna shut up.
I think you're planning on talking. That's the only reason I kept a combat order going.
Yeah.
He's like, sneak, assassinate.
I'm gonna take the most threatening looking one's face off right now.
Okay.
So
if I hear them shooting her upstairs and beat the little
neither
bits
of them
this
look
flaming torch.
more threatening than the other. They both have loaded crossbow bolts.
are they still pointed down
They're
at?
still pointed down at the stairwell. They're not paying attention to you, and you will have advantage because you're hidden.
Sneaky. All right. Well, if there's a right or a left one, or a front and back one,
There's one that's wearing a yellow tabard with black trim, and there's one that's wearing a black tabard with yellow trim.
One of them's damaged, isn't he?
One
Yes.
of them, I stabbed up a little bit.
Yep.
I said death to my enemies, and then I poked him in the side a little bit.
It's
okay.
hard to tell.
I'm gonna take the other. I'm gonna take the one that's not injured out.
Okay.
So, sharpshooter.
Do you use your bonus action to
I-
move your hunter's mark?
I do
Mm-hmm.
to the
Yes, you do.
non-injured guy, which is wearing the black and yellow.
Black
Whatever.
and yellow trim.
not yellow and black.
Yeah.
Have you been thoroughly confused yet?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna fire.
So roll an extra d4 with this.
All right.
And roll the d20 twice because you have advantage since you're Heidi.
So roll it again.
Sweet mercy.
So 6 plus 4.
10 plus...
10 plus 5.
But
10 plus 7.
you did sharpshooter though, or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
10
minus
plus 2.
5. So it's a straight
12.
roll. So it's
12.
No, he's
Yeah.
plus 2 versus archery.
oh yeah,
Yeah, so 12.
that's right. So 12.
Amazingly, that's enough.
Ridiculous.
Roll your d8, your d6, and murder the shit out of this poor guy. Yeah, dude.
8. All right.
Woo! Plus 15.
9
plus 15, 24.
Yep.
Sweet Jesus.
So, again, Garavon, your favorite thing to do.
He doesn't even see it coming. He just takes
do
it
you
across
kill
the
them?
throat.
It goes right through his Adam's apple.
He is facing sideways
tell.
from you, and it goes
Boom. Boom.
in and out, and it sticks into the wall. The guy standing next to him, a little askew from your perspective. He's barely behind him. It just goes right past him. He looks over. He looks at you. He's like, "Holy gods!"
And I say,
You do reveal yourself.
Does he drop his thing? He knows what time it is.
He turns around and shoots you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Does he?
He does.
Panic.
Yeah, he's like, oh, shit.
It seems
You
like
hear
a bad idea.
from above. Garavon!
I go on my turn.
It's like, you know what happened.
Yeah, I know what just happened.
So he hits you with a 14 total.
Your AC is 14, so.
Yeah.
That is a hit. And does 9 hit points worth of damage.
Oh, shit.
How hurt are you, man?
4.
Yeah.
And he runs to that window that you're not in front of. Over that way.
He's gonna try to jump out the window. Shit.
So where am I?
You're
over here.
basically right here.
Okay.
He's running that way.
Where are you? You have a character. You're right there.
All right.
Only upstairs.
That's
That was their turn. Merritt.
You know what just happened? You just
I'm gonna-
You heard the...
Whoa, Garavon.
I'm gonna take the boy that I'm next to, or the man, and I'm gonna walk him over toward the guy that's over in this corner, and I'm gonna be like,
He's like,
"Yeah,
I'm fine
it's like,
right here.
We're good.
Nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm fine.
Yeah,
He sits down.
I told him to sit down.
He does not go with you willingly.
damn it.
We're hoboing the shit out of all of his friends.
Yeah, I was gonna make them run, both of them.
You're like,
just
get out now, quick.
I was wrong. I cannot protect you.
Here's my goal. I hope you find a good
I mean,
life.
you can say something if you want, but he's resisting.
No, as he's not armed, sitting down. It's like,
You don't think I'm going to do it.
what? See, he knows that's fucked up, but he's killing everybody. All right, yeah,
It might be a good time to convince them to run.
What do you do?
I'm gonna persuade.
You're gonna
like-
say it quietly?
Yeah, to just him, and I am going to take all the gold I have, which is 4, leaving me with 8 silver pieces. I'm gonna say, take this, and you two need to go right now.
Give me a persuasion. I'll give you advantage.
Oh, okay.
What do you roll?
3.
Stay here. 13.
13.
It shouldn't be hard. We're killing everyone. I will go.
He takes the gold from your hand and heads straight towards the door. Doesn't look back. He looks over at that guy as he's walking by. He's like, motions towards the door.
Like, we need to go.
At this point, Deloran is... I mean, you still see this. Well, give me a perception. You might not see this.
Yeah, I'm
You're
focused on
pretty
the doorway.
upstairs.
I'm like, motherfuckers. Yeah. Straight 10.
10.
No.
You see movement, but it doesn't, like, draw your eye.
Yeah, I'm going upstairs. I'm going to go kill bot this motherfucker.
Alright, so...
Go up. Now double move to get to him.
Okay. That's going to be... Upstairs is basically treated like difficult terrain. Actually, since it's stairs, never mind.
Okay.
Just move like you would normally.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, or yeah, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I think I can make it.
You made it right to
Yeah, so I get to him. I'm going to get right in his face.
Okay. Artegan. You see
Oh no.
2 of the soldiers standing out the door.
Yeah.
And they're unarmed?
One of them is.
I thought they were both unarmed.
One of them picked up their sword.
Oh, that's sad for him. Well, he failed. You failed yourself, my friend.
What do you do? They look at you, their eyes kind of go wide, and they skirt the side of the door towards that side of the building.
Okay, so they're not actively being...
They're not running you down.
They're fucked up about life. We're killing everybody.
If I have people exiting, I'm going to go in and check on my friends. Can I get by with them without them...
They make
Getting
it
too close to
to
them?
that corner of the building.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going in the door then.
Okay, so you can use movement to get through the door, and when you look in, as you're passing this line of sight and you still see them over there, you look in, you see that your friends are okay.
Okay.
You see that your friend is okay. He's just buried in there.
I don't know what's going on, so I'll glance over at my the horses, make sure that they're good, and they're like, Merritt, what's going on?
Okay.
Glance around again.
Garavon.
I am going to.
I'm
I'm gonna non-lethal hit this guy. I'm not gonna use my sharpshooter.
All is lost.
But
Screaming his name, it's over.
Hunter's mark?
Use my hunter's mark
Move it
on
over.
him.
Dear God.
So,
So not sharpshooter.
yep.
Not advantage.
You get to roll a
Not
d4
advantage,
with it,
but
though.
you do get a D4 extra to hit.
Plus.
So you have a roll.
4 and 7 is
Plus 7 is
11, 18.
14.
Yep, that's enough.
I'm not sure I'm going to cast
Okay.
Bless on you guys anymore.
Do I? I don't
Roll
have to
damage.
For or do
You
I
roll for damage. D8 and a D6
D8
plus
Oh,
7.
shit.
Plus 2.
Damage die. 5 plus
Plus 5.
12.
Plus 5.
7. He's a humanoid.
Right, it would be plus 3. But he gets plus 2 for the human,
you're
so
right.
plus 5.
10.
10.
10 damage. It hits him in the side. It's like, ugh! And he goes to go out the window.
Crack!
You get a free attack if you want.
Okay, I do.
You want it to be lethal?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You just put a boot in his ass and watch him fall
Before
out the
I
window.
turn in, could I shout at him to not kill him?
You can.
Do not kill him. We need him
Let's see what the fall
alive.
does.
Yeah, 6 plus 5 is only 11. So I don't hit him.
Is enough.
It is enough?
Yeah.
Maybe I just kick him out the window. Yeah. Fuck that. I don't even sword him. I just kick him out the window. I'm going to push him 10 feet straight out with my shield. Swim! Right?
So
Or kick him.
this is a roof right here.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I sword him.
Lethal?
No, I guess not. You can torture him later.
This is the guy that kicked you down the stairs.
Did you shoot at the natural 22? Was this that guy?
Yeah, because you reloaded.
Just so you know. Not trying to persuade you, just to give you all the details.
My mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes.
I'm like, die kill.
Let's say you probably think the other two are going to talk for us.
Yeah. That's fine. I don't even know they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, we have 2 downstairs. Fuck this guy. Whaff! And I kill him.
Roll your damage.
I did 7 plus 5
Except
is
that
12.
these guys have written plans.
How do you kill him?
I'm gonna take my sword and shove it through the base of his spine and up into his skull.
Okay.
Quickly.
Just right at the base of there.
Yep.
You see the sword disappear and reappear through the top of his head. Sing! And to pull out surgically. If you said don't kill him, that was not what you meant. We can break combat there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
You hear, yeah.
I look out the window.
And you see the 2 soldiers riding away.
From downstairs.
Give me
Did they have...
give me a perception check.
11.
Oh man, I don't see anything.
You're inside. You're happy about
Yeah, I'm too.
all the
lethal.
surgical strikes you've been making.
Yeah,
So you and you
6.
You don't see anything. You're focused on him. They're actually headed down the path where you came.
Oh shit. They're heading toward tanks. Oh, that's bad. They're gonna run across Hank.
We gotta leave now.
Go. Grab the backpacks and run outside. That's what I do. I grab 2 backpacks and start running.
So you grab a couple bags in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, how many bags are in the corner?
There's about 6 bags in the corner.
We can always come back and get the rest of this gold I'm seeing.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some gold in that corner and some gems and statues, like little emerald and different colored statues.
What's in the bags? I grab a bag and pull it open. What's in it?
The first bag you grab?
Mm-hmm.
The first bag you grab is on top. It's cookingware and...
I dump it out, shovel a shitload of gold in, throw it back, and run outside.
It'll take you a little bit. It's not going to be like one action.
Maybe 2 actions?
Maybe like 3.
I guess we can come back. That's fine. I leave the gold, but on the way outside, I'm going to grab Dude's flaming sword, because that was awesome.
And can I get my arrows back?
You would have to retrieve them.
That's at least an action, an arrow.
So yes, you can, but it'll take some time.
We can always
I
grab
think-
them later.
Yeah, we can come back.
Yeah, because what I'm going to do
Remind
is
me that I have 2 arrows.
I'm going to put my sword up.
Actually, I'm going to write it down.
I'm
There you
running
go.
downstairs,
Right
I'm gonna run
under
to the front door, and on the way
Gary.
by, I'm going to
Gary.
scoop the flaming
Farmer
sword.
Gary, poor Gary.
Put 2 arrows in Gary.
Barrett,
2 arrows.
you see them, you hear them trot off, and then you hear the clattering upstairs of pans and silverware on the ground. You don't hear any other voices besides your friends upstairs.
I'm not going to do that. It's going to take 3 actions.
No, you dumped it out, and that was it. You're
And then I
like,
was
never
going to
mind.
this take too long. Okay.
I yell up the staircase. Are you 2 okay?
Yeah, we're fine, but we got to leave now. They're going to run across Hank on their way out.
Who let them
I
go?
don't say anything.
Yeah.
I
Yep. Way to go there, buddy.
So,
If Hank dies because
you don't say anything. You guys come downstairs.
I'll convince you to be evil before you convince me to be good. Yeah, run downstairs.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna run straight outside. I'm gonna stop long enough to scoop up the sword that was on fire and almost
All
stuck
right,
me.
you grab the sword and you pick it up, and you can see that it's like coated in a black soot, and it's actually been compromised.
Oh, it's sad. No magic item for me. Okay, I leave it then. I run outside.
You look at it, throw it on the ground.
What kind of armor did dude have on?
He had chain.
Same as I do. Fuck that. I'm heading for a horse. Someone's gonna ride those son of bitches down before they come across Hank and kill him.
What does everyone else do?
I'm still upstairs?
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb down.
Yeah.
Do I have to, you want an athletics check?
Do you want to climb down here? Over there are the horses. This is all roof. This stone area, it's not actually stone, it's log, but this is all roof, like a flat roof. And this is the second story sticking straight up out of the building.
But I'm in the first story, right?
You're on the roof up here. If you climb out the window, you'd be on the roof 10 feet up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
This is the door. Those are the horses on the side where they had
These
tied up
horses.
their horses.
I am going to climb down to those horses. Or
Okay.
make my way to those horses.
So you go to that side. You look down. You see they're actually pretty close. You could try to make a jump for it if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give
That's
me.
pretty
Do you have
heroic.
acrobatics?
I think I don't. No, I don't.
You can roll it.
Am I going to take some bad damage? Because I only
You
have
might like
4.
nut butter yourself. super
Can I just
hard.
climb down?
You can climb
Yeah,
down.
let's
But that'll be your action.
Yeah, yeah.
So roll to climb.
Can I help him down?
2.
2.
Ooh.
So it's going to take you a little longer to get down. You dip your feet back off the roof. You lose your grip a little. You catch yourself. And it's going to take you double the movement to do it.
Okay.
I see him stumble out, and I'll try to catch him.
Well,
if
he's
he falls.
actually on the other side of the building.
Oh, he's on the other side?
Yeah.
The
He's where
horse
the
side.
horses are over there.
Oh,
They
okay.
tied up. Merritt, what are you doing?
I am going to head toward the door, but not in a huge rush. Because I'm trying to decide if I condemned Hank to being caught out there alone, or if I just got these 2 boys killed by making them run the wrong direction, by not being clear. And so I'm a little bit uneven.
You're like, I don't feel so good about the way this is working.
Oh no. This is my fault, whatever happens.
Artegan.
Whether they get me free or not.
They're all
rushing towards the door. He's like, we gotta go now, we gotta go.
okay. I will preemptively make a dash towards the horses and try to get them ready for them. What was it?
You're gonna grab Mary?
Yep, Mary, and try to wake up Gary.
Alright, so it's gonna take you your full action to get to Mary.
Okay, I'll stay there, and my next action I'll wake up Gary and get
Okay,
him.
so you see Artegan running towards the horses, and Mary's tied up there, but there's also a horse flat on its side, completely passed out.
Shit.
You can tell that's Gary.
Like, not Gary too. That's what I think.
It probably does look like Gary's dead.
Yeah, I'm like, Gary was a good horse.
So what do you do? He's running towards the one good
It
horse.
wasn't my fault. I run around the corner because I think Gary's dead, so I go this way to their horses.
You guys mount up.
So 1, 2, 1, 2. So
They had
There's two horses.
They had 4 horses. They took 2, unless they let the other 2.
There's 2 horses there.
So we have 4 horses total. We got 1 for each person.
Yep.
2 horses there, and then Jacob's over.
We're back in business.
There's 1 horse over there. You go around the corner, there's no horse. 1 ran off. The guy that was scouting, he got off the horse and it ran.
Shit.
So you look over there. He's already climbing onto a horse at this point,
Shit.
and it's the only horse over there.
I turn and start running towards Jake.
Jacob's way in the forest.
Well, that's in my mind, that's the only other viable horse.
Okay, so he's running through the snow at full pace. Difficult terrain, though.
Yeah.
It is 11:20.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can stop for the chase.
Okay.
We will recommence next week. I'm going to go over a couple rules that I did look up after the fact. So, inspiration does not let you roll it after you roll the dice. Once you roll the dice, it's set in stone. Inspiration gives you advantage on a roll that you choose.
Okay.
That being said, I think I liked it after the fact. I think it's easier to remember when you have a bad roll that, oh, hey, I have an inspiration, I can do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So as a group, what would you guys rather?
After.
Obviously, it is better to have it after.
It is better after. I just feel it's more
Inspirational?
It's a good oh shit
inspirational.
button. Yeah.
Perfect word for it.
Oh shit.
Okay. Wood elves, if they're meditating, have no ability to concentrate on things around them. It's basically like sleeping. It's a very
4 hours.
meditative, deep trance for 4 hours.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over some of the other rules. There was sleeping in armor, just to clarify it because it's probably gonna matter tonight for you. Maybe we'll see if you get hurt. And I put them in OneNote where you guys can look at all the different things in OneNote. It's going to have notes about the campaign, about the cities, about the non-player characters, about your player characters. It's also going to have all the alternate rules we're using and optional rules. So sleeping in armor has no adverse effect for light armor. That's what you wear. Leather, that's light armor. Medium and heavy armor, it does affect your character. You don't fully recover during a long rest. You get a quarter of your hit dice, where normally you'd get half. And if you have any exhaustion, then it will not reduce the exhaustion level. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is normal. You can still heal normally. You just don't gain as many hit dice. You don't gain exhaustion. I put in the other rules, going without a long rest. This is also in Xanathar's, and I want to use this. It's not a mandatory long rest, but if you do go without it, it has consequences. Whenever you end a 24-hour period without finishing one, you must succeed on a con save or suffer exhaustion. If you succeed on the con save, you're good. Each next 24 hours that passes, the difficulty increases incrementally. It's by 5 each time, so 10, 15, 20, until you just you're eventually just going to pass out from exhaustion.
You don't sleep long enough, you die.
I suppose. I don't know if that's how it really works in real life. I'd probably just rule that at 6 levels of exhaustion, you fall asleep and pass the fuck out.
Right. That's fair.
Because there's people that stayed up for longer than 6 days, and it just drives them a little batty.
Well, they're making their constitution saves.
We could reintroduce Madness to the game. I love Madness. Cool. Waking somebody, this is also in Xanathar's. I'm going to rule it a little easier than just you have to roll when you hear something loud. So if you're naturally sleeping and you take any damage, or if someone uses an action to wake you up, you wake up. A loud noise, yelling, thunder, or a ringing bell, you wake up. And I'm not going to do all the minutia of people whispering near each other and, oh, maybe I will wake up or not. We'll just rule that as it comes.
Does waking up to something like thunder affect a long rest?
It depends how long you're up. There are rules on that. If you're up for 5 minutes, it's like, an old man that's incontinent. He just got to get up and pee, but he's going back to bed.
Okay.
But if you're up for like an hour, then yeah, you're going to probably hurt for that long rest.
Okay.
I'm going to put in this because it came up last game. Extra inspiration. It doesn't stack normally, but because I like inspiration, I'm going to be trying to give it out more. And if someone does something and you guys think, hey, that's like an inspirational act, tell me, and I'll be like, yes or no. Just point it out to me, because sometimes I just forget. I mean, you guys do some cool shit, and then I forget to give you inspiration. So, if you get a second inspiration in a game, and you already have one, it will stack, but you have to use it that day, not that game.
Oh, that day.
So, in that day cycle, if you don't use it, you lose it for extra inspiration. And we already did our hit points. We're not rolling hit points. You guys gained them per the entry in the chart. And the final thing is clarifying the rapid revival. If you're casting a spell that makes a rapid revival check, you roll a d20, you add your spell casting ability modifier plus your proficiency bonus, and the DC is 10, and it increases by 1 for each previous time you've been resurrected in any manner whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was everything I've got. Any questions?
No, but you guys see Hank on one note?
That's Hank.
He's definitely Hank.
Crusty bastard.
I did not see him.
I was maybe describing him as I was looking at that picture.
Nice.